about the future teachers. First of all, I welcome all of you to the Society of the Teachers because I am a teacher and you all of are the future teachers. Okay? Respected chairs, myself, my dear teachers, the family, my family members, future family members. First, I have welcome all of you. In this lecture series, myself, DAITARI BISWAL from Government SSD High School, Nursingnath. SSD. What is meant by SSD? ST-SC development. Our school is only for ST-SC development department. And nowadays, the students from the other backward classes, they can also read there, but our school is specially a special school only for ST-SC development department. From various history about this department, about these schools, we go through them. Before going to this, I say we are come from Nursingnath, Paigmal. All of you, I hope all of you have seen Nursingnath temple. The region is very interesting in the Gandhamardan areas. There are so many ancient thoughts, ancient things are there. Very mythological thoughts are there also. That's very holy places for our Hinduism communities. So Lord Nursingnath has been worshipped from so many years, since so many years in that places. The King BISWAL had been made the Nursingnath temple. There is a simple history is there. Yes, this is Lord Nursingnath. History there, so many pictures are there of the Lord Nursingnath. So there is history. We will call it Nursingnath. It's a famous visiting places among the Western Orissa, the Bargarh districts, which is belongs to the Bodasambhar kingdom, the past, and the Padampur subdivision. And it is 110 kilometers from Bargarh. It is 110 kilometers from Bargarh. It is very visiting places, very interesting visiting places. The temple of Sri Nursingnath is situated in the bottom of the Gandhamardan mountains, which is approximately 3,224 feet high. And it is connected to Harishankar temple also. One temple, both temples in the hill regions of Nursingnath, Gandhamardan regions, Gandhamardan hills. Both sides, one side is Bargarh and the other side is Bolangir. In the Bargarh side, Nursingnath temple is there, and the Bolangir side, Harishankar is there. Next. This is the main gate of the Nursingnath temple, and our minister, welfare minister, our SSD minister, STS development minister has been visited to our school last year. So this is the main gate of the Nursingnath temple. Next. This is the main temple. Here you know the Bhoga. You know the Bhoga, the special name. That means the Bhoga is special name. That is Harihar Pangat. Not only Bhoga, that is called Harihar Pangat in the Nursingnath temple, and that is very interesting. So next, the temple view. This is the temple view. Here is the place. The Harihar Pangat has been distributed to the pilgrims. So many peoples. I think all of you have enjoyed the Harihar Pangat also. The temple, which is surrounded all sides are incredible natural beauty. Lord Vishnu is worshipped as Marjara Kesari. There is very interesting story is there. Marjara Kesari. When the Musika Datya was worked with the Lord Vishnu, and Musika Datta became mouse and entered the hole. At the time, the Lord Vishnu became the cat, that is called Mardar Kesari, become the cat, and he is worshipped from that place to there. After all, the Musika Tattva is not coming, and Nrsimhanath god is sitting there. So that is the ancient the mythological story. We don't go through this. And why I see this Nrsimhanath temple next? Because this is the Kapildhar. That is a very holy stream. Holy stream is there, and that very interesting stream. Next, there is Kapildhar, and this is the Hanuman Batika. Next, this is the very interesting places also. Next, this is Jaldhar. Next, so okay. Next, we come to STSC Development Department of Orissa. What is STSC Development Department? We go through the STSC Development Department. Our school is specially that have about 424 schools in Orissa. We go through details, how number of schools, how many MRS schools, how many primary schools, how many high schools are there. We will go discuss, there is orientation is there also. So, first of all, we have to know the STSC Development Department of Orissa. What is STSC Development Department? STSC, Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes, all of you know. ST and SC means for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes. During the independence of the India, 1947, when the between your constitutions, when the constitution in 1955 the constitution started, between that times all have discussed about the development of the ST and ST categories. At that time they have been very poor, ST development poor, and they have been neglected. So they thought that it is at the time the education policy, national policy of education, everything they thought that it is, if you want to develop the India, then we have to develop the ST and SC category, because at that time most of the peoples are in the backward classes. Then some people, some other casteism, other peoples of other backward classes also at the time arise. So ST, SC and other backward classes, they were allowed to read in the hostel facility of the STSC Development Department, the schools managed by the STSC Development Department at that time. But nowadays the OBC category are not allowed to stay in the hostel. Only ST and SC students. Only ST and SC students. That is also divided by the various parts. ST are 90%, and SC students they can admit 10%. SC student 10%, and ST student scheduled tribe they can admit 90%. That is bounded rule is there also. So first we look. First we go through the STSC Development Department. This section was formed the East Oil Planning and Reconstruction Department year 1946-47. At that time, the department was not STSC Development Department. The step of the SSD departments. What are the steps? First, I say the history of the STSC Development Department. What is the history? In order to provide concerned efforts of the problem scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, and OBC. At that time, scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, and OBC to develop themselves, the department was raised. 1948. The Backward Classes Welfare Department was formed in 1948. At the time, the department was called Backward Classes Welfare Department in 1948. Soon after the adoption of the Constitution of India 1950, after the Constitution, the name of the department was changed and renamed as Tribal and Rural Welfare Department, that is TRW Department. From 1950, the department was called TRW Department. Up to 1999. Up to 1999, the department was so called TRW Department, Tribal and Rural Welfare Department. After 1999, the department is called STSC Development Department. After 1999, the department is called STSC Development. Up to now, the department is called STSC Development Department. So, this is the history of the department, but what are the steps of the SSD departments? Why, what are the objectives of the STSC Development Department? Why the department is occurs for the development of the society? First, reorientation of the administrative institutions in scheduled areas. In scheduled areas, in the schedule, mainly scheduled tribe areas. India is the country of the scheduled tribes. So, it is necessary to develop the scheduled tribes into mainframe. Otherwise, the India cannot develop in the all-round development. So, Mission Jivika. Mission Jivika is steps taken by the STSC Development Department recently. That means the STSC students, they can find Jivika. That means they may find the Jivika means vocation. Vocation, they have to self-orientation, self-sufficient. So, that is Mission Jivika, Mission Subidya. Mission Subidya means during the pandemic period. During the pandemic period, it was unable to teach themselves, the students, because they are very rare areas, they have not any mobile phone, they are not any in your tower areas, they are very ancient areas. So, it is not possible to teach them online. Most of the peoples, they have not mobile phones. So, how can we teach them? So, the department take a innovative steps, that is ALMP, Alternative Learning. So, ALMP. So, ALMP program, that is a program of the Mission Subidya. That is the teachers and the volunteers, they have been appointed to go through the village, go to the villages, come directly with the students, meet the students and teach. Otherwise, if a teacher go to the village, how can he teach? But you can encourage themselves for self-learning. So, that is called Mission Subidya, and that was a successful mission and was also appraised by the Chief Minister of Odisha, and also get so many prizes. That is Mission Subidya. Promotion of the quality education. If you think the promotion of the quality education, you are knowing about the quality educations in the urban areas, it is very simple. We can get quality educations, your smart board is there, smart classes are there, smart students are there, smart teachers are there. So, in that cases, you can talk about the quality education. So many quality education you can talk, but in the rural areas, likewise in your scheduled type, scheduled caste, they do not know about educations. The parents, they are formed in such a way that the supernution there. They do not believe the doctors now also. They do not believe the teachers now also. They do not believe the school now also. So, how can you motivate themselves to the mainframe of the quality educations? So, it is very difficult way, very difficult conditions there. The family condition, the father is drunkard, mother going to Tamil Nadu for your dadan, everything, there are so many problems up there. So many problems. So, it is the challenge. It is a challenge for the department and the teachers, the departmental workers. It is very so many challenge to solve the problems and give quality education to themselves. Why I am saying? Because during this lockdown period, first of all, I have developed a YouTube channel, DB Production Budgets. Some students have known about it. So, I think most of our students, in my school, most of my schools, more about the students, they can be facilitated through online. But it was unsuccessful because most of the students have not mobile phones. Most of the villages would not have any tower area. So, what can? But after adopting this process, 90% of the students, they achieved. They can got mobile phones. They come to nearest villages where the tower gains and they read. But there is a positive effect of that YouTube channel classes, online classes. That is, most of the students in our Orissa, most of the schools of the Orissa, they are sitting in their home. At the time, I gave classes in the live classes in the YouTube channel. Likewise, now this classes is going on in the live classes also in my YouTube channel DB Production BGS. So many students are also they are viewing. I have seen the scene is there. I am viewing. So many students are viewing here. So anyway, in the DB Production BGS, so many students, about 5,000 students in Orissa, they have visited the mathematics classes, especially for mathematics. As I am a mathematics teacher, only for mathematics class 10 in Orissa board and CBSE board, the mathematics, the lesson has been developed. So more than 5,000 students, they have been learned. At that time, the Bargad DO, Prakash Joshi, Bargad DO was Prakash Joshi. He was directly known to me, and he became director of the OSEPA, Orissa Primary Education, director of the OSEPA. He became the primary education of OSEPA, and he said to come to Diksha platform, and you have to upload the lessons from in the Diksha. And I have uploaded also Diksha, but that was also not successful for the students. At that time, Prakash Joshi was determined to open YouTube channels for the OSEPA platform, from the different teachers to provide lessons to the students, of the all Orissa students. So that was became very successful. And 2 years before of the OSEPA YouTube class, DB production was made. And next is promotion of quality education. Nowadays the quality education the school become 5T. 5T, do you know 5T? 5T schools, that means the infrastructure of the schools going to develop. That is called your 5T schools. Infrastructure, every time infrastructure. When we were read in the classroom, chalk and duster are the maximum TLM. But nowadays, your smart class, smart board, projectors, everything are there. So quality education is going to nowadays gatherly, they are growing time to time. So promotion of quality education, strengthening of the multilingual education in SSD schools, that is very important. The scheduled tribe students are coming from the very multilingual, very other language like your Sadri, your other language, the language you cannot understand also. Their mother language there, they cannot understand Oriya, they cannot understand English, they cannot understand Hindi. So multilingual educations, that process is going on also. So that is other step is skill development program. That means the teaching the students, give training to the teachers, getting very qualified teachers, selecting very qualified teachers. That is the skill development program. So many programs are taken by the STC Development Department. Special central assistance to tribal soft land scheme. Special central assistance is given there. Then hostel facilities, your PMS, pre-matric scholarships, so many books, your dress, everything is given there. So many assistants are there. If you go through them, you know everything. The hostel students, that means our school have 400 students. About them, 300 students are hostelers. The government is giving the students, the hostelers, the food, shelter, hostels, dress, book, and etc. so on, in the free of cost. The government is sacrificing so much for them. So special central assistance tribal plan scheme, scholarship for STS students. STS students now, not only STS students, the scholarship is going on to OBC also, other backward classes also. And educational development. This is the time it is taking educational development. The government, the department is taking steps, so many steps to educational developments. We go through educational development, and Anmesha urban education program for STC development, and Akanksha urban hostel complex for the post-matric STC students. Anmesha, that means the students reading in the English medium schools, in the private schools, they can stay in the Anmesha hostel of the STC development department. That is the Anmesha. And Akanksha urban hostel complex for the post-matric STC, post-matric, after the matric, they can stay also in the hostels free of cost. Next, this is the organization of the chart, Minister, STC development department, then principal secretary, state level functionaries, secretariat functionaries, and field level functionaries. District level functionaries are the DW, ITDA, and so many are there. Then school level, field level functionaries, that is our school level. Next. So, this is the educational institution under the administrative control of the SHD department. SHD department, under the control of the SHD department, there are so many ashram schools. That means ashram school at 705. Ashram school means class 1 to 8. Class 1 to 8. Then Sevashram class 1 to 5. That is 501. High schools 8 to 10. That is 422. Then higher secondary schools. In the education, in the mass and education system, there are not only one higher secondary schools, but the innovative step by the SHD departments. There are 62 higher secondary schools. The high schools are developed. They are developed up to higher secondary schools, 62. And Ekalavya model residential schools, there are 19, but nowadays that is 27. 8 schools has been developed. In Orissa, there are Ekalavya EMRS school. Do you know EMRS school? There is also hostel facilities. The students, the principal is there, class 1 to 12. Class 1 to 12 is there. So, Ekalavya residential schools, class 6 to 12. An educational complex, EC for the privates, 15 ECs upgraded in high schools, that is 19. Secondary teachers training school is 2. BD training college 1. Residential Sevashram 5 and KMRS is 10. This is 1746 schools are there. Number of schools are propelled under the STSC development departments. So, next, broad objectives of the welfare and STSC development departments. These are the objectives. First is rising the socio-economic conditions of the STC and OBC minorities. Socio-economics. Socio-economics means socially and economically they have to develop. The government or the department is taking steps to develop themselves socially and economically. They are backward in socially and economically. How can we socially? अछुआ, you know अछुआ, हम छूते नहीं हैं किसी को. That is socially. They are socially very neglected in the society. So, they can be developed in the socio-economic condition in the STSC and OBC minorities, reducing poverty. Reducing poverty. Poverty is a very main problem of the India. So, reducing poverty. How can we reduce poverty? If they educated, if they become educated freely, they can find good food, shelter, sanitation, everything up to class 10 or class 12. Then they become educated. They can be self-sufficient. So, reducing poverty, beginning to mainstream STC development minorities and enabling them to participate in the development process in an equitable manner. In the society, all should be get same manner, all should be get same facilities to develop a country. So, there if nowadays also they are coming to mainstream, but at the time when the department was arise, they became very neglected. They were not in the mainstream. They are in the forest areas, and they thought themselves the ancient tribes that do not come to the man society. But it is the sole aim, objectives of the department is take them to the equitable manner. Developing critical infrastructures in scheduled areas. Infrastructure are, that means your bridge, road, everything is there. Now it's developing time to time. Next is increasing their access to education, health, housing and other service. Education, health, housing and other services. That means they have been quota, there have been educational quota, service quota, everything is there. So why that is given? Because they are propelling to take them to the man society, the mainstream. So creating increasing opportunities through self-employment, wage employment. Most of the scheduled tribes, they are going to Dadon, Yourselvio, Tamil Nadu, etc. But nowadays they are taking to the increasing opportunity through self-employment, your SHG groups, other giving loans to themselves, and so many things. They are coming to the mainstream. That is securing the rights over the forest and lands. Their rights on the forest and land, because most of the scheduled tribes depend on the forest. So they have scheduling, securing their rights over the forest and lands. You know that scheduled caste and scheduled type, they cannot sell to their lands to other peoples, other backward people or your general people, because the land, the property, the land property of the scheduled tribe and scheduled caste, that should be reserved for them. Otherwise, they will be landless. If this rule is not applicable to India for 10 years, then all the STC lands that should be converted into general land. They will be landless. So, securing their rights over the forest and lands, scholarship, ST, SC, OBC minorities from primary level right up to PhD level. Scholarship has been given in the form of PMS, pre-matric scholarship, and post-matric scholarship. Up to PhD level, educational amenities of STC students like anti-books, reading and writing materials, school uniforms, that they are also given to students freely also, free of cost also. They are now in our schools, they are distributed among the students. Educational amenities, anti-books, case compensation of next of kin during the unfortunate incidents of the death of the Bodo students. In case of the death of Bodo students, there are so many compensation are giving theirs. Next is monetary relief to STC victims of atrocities. In case of atrocities, do you know atrocities? What is atrocities? Do you know what is atrocity? Anyone have any idea about atrocities? Please, ma'am. Interaction, two-way interaction. I think there will be two-way. Atrocity means the cases related to their tribes and caste. That is called your atrocities. The cases, so many cases are there in the related to their tribes, related to their casteism. That is called your atrocities. And in case of atrocities, they can get facilitated so many. So, monetary legal aid, then insurance schemes for the particularly vulnerable tribal groups through Janasri Bima Yojana of LIC. Janasri Bima Yojana of LIC, they have been facilitated the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Then case awarded to couples performing intercaste marriage. This is very interesting. That means if a general caste boy or general caste people marriage to the STC development, STC minorities girl, then they can get monetary award, monetary award. I know, according to my knowledge, nowadays that is 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs. He get 5 lakhs from the government. Okay. That means what is the vision of the government? We have to think. We are the judges. You are the future teachers. So we have to judge what will be the future of the society. So case award the couples performing intercaste marriage, margin money loan under bankable schemes of STC through the Orissa STC Finance Development Corporations. Margin money loan under the STC Development Corporations, they can get easily loan from without with the low amount of the interest. Minimum support price MSP to the STs of primary gathers the minor forest procedure boarding facilities for the students belonging to ST, SC, OBC in the state-run hostels. In the state-run hostels, now the OBC has been omitted. Only ST and SC are there. In the hostel areas, they can get facilitated in the developed way also, integrated way. So next is reservation post and service as per the provisions of the ORV Act 1975. We know about the ORV Act, the ST, how much percent they get the service, and they get quota from the in the case of service, in case of the your education also. That is called ORV Act. And pre-examination, pre-requirement training of the appearance of the various competition exams through implementation of agencies. In the competition also, they can get their quotas, their reservations, because the government is needs to be developed for the development of the country. Next. So this is about all about our department. So many sole motor are in the department, but we go through our schools. The school, government SSD High School Nusingnath, this is run under the STSC Development Department. I am belong to that schools. I have appointed from 2007 till now. I am in that school now, in one school. My school is government SSD High School Nusingnath, department government SSD High School. Number of teaching staffs 10. And non-teaching staff is 11, including HM. In the secondary schools, in our high schools, each head of the high school is headmaster, HM, and in the secondary higher secondary schools, that is principal. The head of the department is principal. So our school is a secondary school. So our HOD was the headmaster. Number of non-teaching staff is 11. Why non-teaching staff is 11? Because for your hostels, so many LCCA, cook attendants, LCCS, matrons, and other officials. That means 11 non-teaching staffs, peons. Then medium is Odia. Our school is Odia medium. Number of students about 400. About 400 is there. Among 400, 300 are hostelers and 100 are day scholars. From other communities, your general, OBC, they can study in our school. Likewise in the mass and education, but they cannot stay in the hostel. There is hostel facilities not available for them. But school facilities, the curricular activities, the school facilities are available to them. Next, this is our family. Now the HM is our madam, HM madam. Mohini Dalapati was HM of our schools. I am among them. You can judge it where is next. School details. Our school is nearby Nusingnath region, and Nusingnath, I have say about Nusingnath so many about, and this is the details of the Nusingnath regions. I have said it, we have discussed it, so we don't go through it. Next, the school under SC development. Our school is under STC development, and the school was started in 1956-57 as ashram schools. Ashram schools means up to class 5. Class 8, classes VI and V3I, which is upgraded to high schools by the order number this as TRW High School. At that time, the high school was called TRW High School because the department was TRW department. So most of the peoples they know our school is ashram schools or TRW schools. They do not know SCS development department. So TRW High School on 29 October 1976. The school started during the session 1976-77 with 25 number of students. The school was started at the time 25 number of students up to 5 classes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 was started with 25 number of students, ST 17, SC 2 and other 6 with effect from 15/11/76 at the time. This is the history of our schools. I have collected in the different way. Anyway, the school accorded by headmaster consisting of 10 teaching staffs and 11 non-teaching staffs. 400 students are there. 400 among the 400, 300 are hostelers. Everything. Next, our school is the students are reading under the Board of Secondary Education Odisha. Likewise, the March Education of Odisha. So we are under the Board of Secondary Education of Odisha. So the next, this is the demograph of our school. Where is kitchen garden is there? Where is this is main entrance? This is playground, boys hostels. This is the school total school area. This is demograph of school area. This is the flag post. This is the school, and inside the school there is kitchen garden. Your flower garden is there. If you go through the school, if you get a chance, then very interesting and very. Last year in the online mode, if you have done this, I have seen all the places there. Next, this is the main entrance of the school. This is the main entrance, Sarkari Uccha Vidyalaya Nusingnath. Next, if you go through the school, you can get the greeny, very green areas. Not only the very big buildings, but also very green areas. Next, this is the night view of the school. Night view, we are staying in the schools. This is the schools. Next, this is the also school areas. This is the flag post. Here the flag post is there. We observe your Republic Day and Independence Day is there. Next, this is our family. During the lockdown period, we observe all the festivals without students and with the presence of the marks. Okay, next. This is our student family, class 10 girls. They are welcomed during the examination period. Next. So, next, this is our school. School is under STC Development Department. What are the physical resources of our schools? There are 8 number of classrooms are there. Library room is one, single library room is there. Kitchen and stores. For boys 1 kitchen and store, and for girls 1 kitchen and stores. Okay. Dining space, there is also 2 for boys dining space and for girls dining space. Next is science laboratory. There is a science laboratory for the students. Meeting hall, single meeting hall is there, and hostel there are 5, 3 for boys and 2 for girls. There are 3 hostels for boys and 2 hostels for girls. Next, total area of our school is 20.73 acres. 20 acres, 73 decimals. 20.73 acres, very huge areas are there. So it is divided school buildings 4 acres, 50 decimals, hostel buildings 3 acres, staff quarters 1 acre 50 decimal, kitchen and garden 1 acre 50 decimal. That is approximate areas, nearby areas. Flower garden 0.25 decimals, that means 0 acres 250 decimals. 0.25 decimal orchard, playground 4 acres, herbal garden 0.23 acres, unutilized plantations area 5.5 acres. There is plantation is there. So many plants are there, and yearly our the wood consumption were made from this unutilized plantations. By cutting the branches of the trees, only branches, not only the trees, that wood cutting, wood facility, firewood is necessary for the 300 students. Imagine how much woods had been necessary for the cooking 300 students every day, year wise. So that deficiency is consumed from these sources. Next, these are the facilities. These are the infrastructure are there. Classroom, 8 classroom are there. 5 classrooms, 1 library, and etc. 1 extra room. So many are there. HM chamber is 1 office room. There is no office rooms. Okay, it needs 1 office room. We are next. Staff common room is there. Library room is 1. Urinal of boys 2. Urinal of girls is 2. Staff quarter 7. Girls common room is necessary for boys common rooms, and girls common room is they are going to mate in the 50. Recently this year our school is going to be 50 schools. So so many developments are going to on. Next, computer hall is 1, science laboratory 1, dining hall, and dining hall for the girls, they are being made recently. Okay, next. The building of the schools is made of RCC. So many buildings of the RCC, so many are asbestos also. In the 1956, the schools, the classes of 1956 are there also now. Nowadays, 1950, the schools, the buildings are there from that time. So they are very ancient. Recently, the school is going to be 5T, and that will be renovated. The HM chambers and staff common rooms are decorated in such a way that the achievements, prizes in the office room, HM's office room, prizes, your ancient achievements, prizes, seals, cups, result charts, moral thoughts, photos, and great personalities, golden movements, charts, map, formulas, everything is there. Not only in the common room, not only the office, in the school areas also. The ancient charts, formulas, tense, everything is there. If a student can learn from the society, the environment, he can go through an environment, he can read, he can learn so many things. Everything is developed in the indicated way. Then library room which facilitated the students to learn reference book, moral books, and entertainment comics according to their choice. Computer hall and meeting hall, everything is there. Library book in the library room, library books are decorated. The students can go through the library room, they can read the referral books, referral comic book, etc. according to their needs, and they come from the library hall also. But there is not a separate librarian in our school. That we teachers, they can manage. And you also prepare yourself to be managed a school. Okay, you all of you, the future of the future teachers now. You are the future teachers, future of our families. Future families, yeah. So you come, most welcome to our teacher families, and you have to prepare also the manage all the things in the schools. So then moral books and computer hall and meeting hall. Computer hall, there is a computer hall in our school. So many computers facilities are there. The students can read computer classes. Last 5 years, the student can be facilitated by computer teacher also. But that is posted by OKCL. Nowadays they had been eliminated from the service. So it is a very unfortunate things. Now all high schools are propelling without computer teacher, but computer hall is there and computer is there. So very unfortunate things. I pray government to give the computer facility, computer teachers first. Without the teachers, how can we facilitate the computers to the students? Most of the teachers are very ancient, they are very old ages, they do not know about the computers. You are coming from the new generation, you know about computers also. You know how the about computers, you are all are qualified in the computers. The new generation, they can propel the computers. But the old generations, how can you propel the computers? They do not know about the computers. They do not interested also. And that because they are this computer education will be very hard for them. If 5T school will become organized in our schools, then most of the teachers, they do not know about the computers, how to propel them, how can type them. So how it is possible? Only infrastructure is not necessary. The human infrastructure, the human, the talented, the qualified, the skilled person are also very necessary. So computer hall and meeting hall is very necessary for. Why meeting hall is necessary? To observe all the functionaries, observe the national and international days, to meet themselves in the conference hall. They talk with themselves, discuss about the so many things. So meeting hall is very necessary to develop the students. Only we go through the curricular activities, it is not possible to develop the students. Can it possible? No. We have to develop the students according to your Aurobindo. According to Aurobindo, the development, not only the curricular development, all-round development. All-round development, you know about all-round development. So, various activities to time, science laboratory, development, practical knowledge. Next. This is our office room, headmistress room. Headmistress is there, and the office room. This is this quarter is made at 1956. Okay. Next. This is our main view of our school. Next. Infrastructure. This is the hostel building. This is the hostel building. This is a school building. That is a hostel building. That is also very good condition over there. Next. This is our science laboratory. Science teacher is there, and he is teaching science to the student. That is science laboratory. Next. Then facilities. After the infrastructure, so many facilities are there. What are the facilities? Flower garden. There is a flower garden in our schools, and there are so many very new type of fools, new type of flowers are there, like your parijat. Have you seen parijat? Parijat pushpa. Have you seen parijat flower? Have you seen? No. Parijat flower is there. I have after the class I can send you in my mobile parijat flower. I have taken a photo also. Parijat flower is there in the flower garden. Okay. Kitchen garden. In the kitchen gardens, your cabbage, cauliflowers, your so many cultivation are done year-wise. So that is our kitchen garden. Herbal garden. Herbal garden means so many plants are there. About 50 plants are there in the herbal garden. That is medicinal plant. Only medicinal plants. I have seen last year also so many herbal plants. Next year playground. One playground is there in our schools, about 5 to 6 acres. So the students can play footballs. They can. But nowadays the most of the schools propelling without PT. So what is the role of the playground? Anyway, hostels. 5 hostels are there. 3 hostels for boys and 2 hostels for girls. Water and sanitation, that is very good conditions. Water facilities, sanitation facilities, good facilities. There are so many bore wells. Your latrine bathrooms are there. That is so much for the sufficient for the students. Then midday meal. Midday meal is a very innovative steps by the government. So our schools up to class 6, 7, 8 midday meal facility are also available here. Next is daily meal and tiffin for the students, hostelers. The government is giving PMS in respect of PMS. So the students get daily meal and tiffin at the time. Hospitalizations at the school areas. That means every school, each and every school was appointed by A&M. Our school has also facilitated by an A&M. And if the students needs so many hospital facilities, the MHU hospitals, the doctors, they can they come monthly in our to our school, and if necessary, then student can be go to nearest hospital, that is Paimal Hospital, that is 2 kilometers from our school. Next, this is the kitchen garden of our school. Next, your flower garden. Here is your Parijat Pushpa is there. I will see you. Okay. Next, this is our kitchen garden. This is a very developed kitchen garden. You know the proforma. From proforma you can get, from the get up, you know that is very well designed kitchen garden. Next, this is the also kitchen garden. Next, okay. Water. Next, what facilities are the water facilities is there? I have read it out. 300 boys and girls water facilities. Your students and staff, our school, several ramps, hostel buildings, accommodation. So many are there. So many things are there. Hostel buildings. So many hostel buildings are there. That means 5 hostel buildings, 3 for boys and 2 for girls, and ramps. The parents of the tribal students are morally illiterate and abide by strict supervision. This is the very most important point here. Most of the tribal students, the parents of the tribal students, they are illiterate. They do not know, even they do not know the school name also. If they come, Guddu is here, they say, Guddu Achiki. I do not know who is Guddu. That is Bikram Baria, something name is there, but his nickname is Guddu, we do not know. The fathers come Guddu. We say the name of the schools. They do not know what is the name of the schools. If we ask which class he is reading, they do not know. That type of letter. The father do not know his son or daughter reading in which class. So this is the condition of the parents of the. If we call them PTA meeting is very essential part of the society to the education development. PTA meeting is very necessary. But our parents, when they come, they become very obligate. Sir, keep patience to our students. Only 2 childs, sir, you are my gods. They say in that way. So, how can we motivate themselves to the mainstream? They are in the superannuation also, very strong superannuation. That impacts the lifestyle of the same. So, it is important to motivate them towards the education systems, providing positive effect of the education. When they come to the schools, sir, amar puja achi. Tike nele jai cholibo tike. But the examination process will be day after tomorrow. But they will take their students for the puja. That means the puja is very important for them. Education is very not necessary for them. They do not know what is about education, what is the impact of the education, what is the fulfillment of the education. They do not know. Next. So, it is also known the harmonious development. Harmonious development, according to your Aurobindo. Harmonious development is, what is harmonious development? Your physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, moral and aesthetic sides of the human development. What is physical? Do you know what is the physical development? How can you develop the physical development in our schools? Yoga. Yes. Yes, psychomotor development. In the playground, in the yoga. First is nutrition. First, if they do not get the proper nutrition, how can we develop physically? First is nutrition. Then yoga, playground, your exercise, everything is there. First is nutrition. If you do not get proper nutrition, if you go yoga for the whole day, how can be physically developed? So, there should be first get proper nutrition. So, to get the proper nutrition, it is the government has been, the department has been developed the nutrition gardens. Now, recently, nutrition garden project has been developed by the department. How can the nutrition gardens, how can we kitchen garden will be developed? The students can get proper neutralized foods. Then your next is your exercise, yoga, everything is there. There are so many pictures are there. I will show you in the PPT. Next is intellectual. First is physical. What is intellectual? Do you know what is intellectual development? Is anyone any yes? बौद्धिक विकास इंटेलेक्चुअल डेवलपमेंट बौद्धिक विकास केमती हम बौद्धिक विकास बुद्धिर विकास केमती हम बुद्धिर विकास केमती हम हाउ कैन डेवलप द इंटेलेक्चुअली बौद्धिक विकास केमती हम इफ दे हैव बीन गेट फंडामेंटल नॉलेज अबाउट द लाइफ एंड योर नॉलेज योर curriculum fundamental knowledge fundamental knowledge develop the intellectual side of the student. So fundamental is very necessary. Everything in every aspect, in the mathematics, in the society, in the English, science, everything, in every side the fundamental is very necessary to develop the intellectual side of the student. That is emotional development. What is emotional? Emotion, sympathy and empathy. Do you know what is sympathy and what is empathy? Sympathy and empathy. When a situation arises, if a person fell down by the accident, if we come, what happened to them? That is sympathy. And we go in our way. That is only sympathy. When become empathy? When we started to serve them and take away themselves to the nearest hospitals to save their lives, that is empathy. This sympathy, empathy, all are the emotions. All comes inside the emotions. ताको ओडिया कौन कहा जाए कि इमोशन कौन कहवा जेते बौद्धिक विकास शारीरिक बौद्धिक इमोशनल मान yes रड़ी कहबे भावात्मक भावनात्मक anyway that is called emotion आम समस्त गोटे गोटे इमोशन अच्छी एवरीथिंग इमोशन कार इमोशन को आम हट कर पारानी जो इमोशन आई तारे क्लास भी मजा लगे आमर गोटे इमोशन भी रहा दरकार जो मु क्लास सब जिन गुड़ा जानवर अच्छी ये सब गुड़ा पढ़ार अच्छी यू हैव तो so many things are there. So that is called the emotional. Emotional development should not be strict between sympathy. That will be developed up to empathy. Empathy को जो develop करीबा, there should be emotional develop. Then other is spiritual. What is do you mean spiritual development? Adhyatmika development spiritually. How can be the students can be developed spiritually? The spiritual, yes. Spiritual books, spiritual guiding, spiritual, so many things are there. They can be developed spiritually. If we teach, if we keep environment, spiritual environment to themselves, spiritual environment to students. In the classes, the first spiritual development is done with the help of the prayer. You know it? The school is started with prayer. Different school of different type of prayer, Ahidayama, BISWAL and anything so on. Itni Sakti Hame Dene Data, everything is there. So many according to their thoughts. So, your central school is different type of prayer. Your Navodaya school is different type of prayer. Primary school is different type of prayer. Government school is different type of prayer. According to their choice. But every school is started with a prayer. You know it? They all accept that the school must be started with a prayer. That is developed with a spiritual development. Because when we become spiritual, our mind, spirit and body, they become concentrate. When they become concentrate, we can read easily. So our school also for development of spiritual development, not only the prayer, the spiritual activities are also done there. So many spiritual activities like your Gita Jayanti, your Janmashtami, so many functions are observed in our school. Janmashtami, your Raksha Bandhan, everything are spiritual, and that is propelled by discussion, overall discussion also. So next is moral, is very important. What is moral? Naitik Shiksha. Why it is need to moral education to the students? Now the society, this society, yes, this society is now weak in morality. We are weak in morality. In the foreign culture, Western culture, the society is very weak in moral. If in a town, for example, moral educations, in the town, two families are there. In the different culture, different way, in one family one is dead, and other family the bar association is going on, birthday is going on. That the death of the one people of the family do not impact of other family. That is the deficiency of the moral education. That comes in which through our Western culture. Western culture, we should not adopt Western cultures. If we adopt Western cultures, then we become morally weak, and if we morally weak, the all-round developments cannot happen. So, to propel the all-round development, it is very necessary. Other is aesthetic sides. What is aesthetic? स्पिरिचुअल हो गया, स्पिरिचुअल मोरल भी हो गया, एस्थेटिक है, ब्यूटी, एस्थेटिक, not of the beauty of the face, not of the beauty of the body, beauty of the mind, spirit and body, everything. How can we become very beauty? If we think positive each and every moment, every incident of our life consists of positive effect. Everything we have to learn. The God has been created all the things, all the incidents to develop positive aspect in our mind. That is your aesthetic development. If we think positively each and every moment, then our development comes into. So, this is the all-round development according to Aurobindo, that is physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, moral and aesthetic sides of the human development. We have to, this type of developments, we have to read more and more books first. We have to gather so many knowledge about the your casteism, about your dharma. Dharma, do you know? Muslims, Christians, Hinduism, they think dharma, but they are not dharmas. They are not dharmas. What is the characteristic? Dharma. What is dharma? If we discuss, yes. Dharma. Dharma mane kona? Own characteristic. Dharma. Jala dharma kona? What is the characteristic of the water? It goes from high places to lower places. And second is niya livai de, niya ko se livai de. Na? If it, that is the characteristic of the water. Jalar dharma. Amar dharma kona? What is our characteristic? That is called dharma. The Hinduism is not our dharma. The Muslim is not our dharma. Your Christian is not our dharma. Dharma no hai. Only the rules and regulations made by some people, that is called casteism. That is the sampradayikota. सेटा धर्म नुहे, सेटा हूँ सांप्रदायिकता. किसी लोक गोटे रूल कर देछंती जे ये सब करबा कथा. ताको लोक माने बेसी मानुछंती, ताको धर्म बोली मानुछंती. जे पर्यंत से धर्म मानुथिबे देश केबे मध्य दैट डेवलप वे को जाई परिबो नै. जोटा कहूँ रामराज्य केबे मध्य प्रस्तुत हो परिबो नै. गांधी को धर्म थले कहीं कहि परिबेनी. जणे व्यक्ति थिले जे कोनसी धर्मर नुहंती, कौन से धर्म को सपोर्ट कर नथिले, के जानि नथिले से केउ धर्म लोग. अन्य समस्ते कहते मु हिंदू धर्म मु क्रिस्टियन धर्म विभिन्न लोक धर्म किंतु गांधी गोटे व्यक्ति थे कौ धर्म किए कहींपारे कौन से धर्म से न सो एनीवे डू नॉट गो थ्रू देम सो फॉर ऑल राउंड डेवलपमेंट्स एवरीथिंग आर देयर सबू जिन करने स्कूल रे से सब गुड़ाक एनवायरनमेंट तैयार कराई से भल न्यूट्रिशन पाइपर फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट केमती हो पार से सब कराई एवं अन्य सब डेवलपमेंट करने स्कूल गुड़िक खोराक देवाई चेष्टा करा आफ्टर पोस्टिंग ऑफ माई सेल्फ फ्रॉम 2007 आई हैव ट्राइड टू गिव फैसिलिटीज टू स्टूडेंट्स ऑल राउंड डेवलपमेंट माई सेल्फ मुझे कह दूसरी आई हैव रीड गीता बाइबल एंड कुरान also I have not find any difference between them in my knowledge not the universal knowledge, there is no universal knowledge, in my knowledge that is the same things there. In Gita there is a shloka sarva dharmam parityajya mamekam saranam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mukhyaisyami ma suja. बाइबल गोटे जिनस अच्छी हे मोर परिशांत भारग्रस्त लोके मो निकटक आस मु तुमको विश्राम देवी. इफ यू कंपेयर इन दिस टू पोस्टुलेट्स ये दुटा को जो कंपेयर करवा देयर इज नथिंग बट डिफरेंट इट दिस इज नॉट टाइम फॉर एलाबोरेशन दिस टाइप ऑफ दिस इज ए वर्ड फ्रॉम दिस क्लास सो वी डू नॉट गो थ्रू दिस टिके बुझा चेष्टा कले से भीतर सब अच्छी सबू धर्म छाड़ी मो पाखक शरण पस मु तुमको विश्राम देवी केमती विश्राम सर्वधर्म परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रज अहम ताम सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि शुच मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुच मोक्ष और विश्राम मनुष्य केतले विश्राम करे अकॉर्डिंग टू योर स्पिरिचुअल मतरे कौन से गोटे जीव केतेबेले विश्राम करे जेतेबेले से जन्म मृत्युर जंजीर से ह्रास पाई जाए मुक्ति पाई जाए जन्म मृत्यु जो ना आम हिंदू धर्म कहुए मुख्य बाइबल कहुए विश्राम ताको कुरान रे कहुए जिहाद कुरान भाषा ताको जिहाद कहुए जिहाद अक्षर के अर्थ बुझी ना जिहाद अर्थ मर्डर करवा नुहे जिहाद अर्थ हूँ मुख्य ताको बुद्ध कहते निर्वाण बोलिक आप जानी बुद्ध धर्म ताको निर्वाण कहुए मुक्ति ताको मुक्ति कहुए सिख धर्म रे मुक्ति कहुए तार से मुक्ति कौन से मोक्षटा कौन ओनली वन जन्म मृत्युर जो चक्र चली से मुक्ति पाइबा हूँ मोक्ष ए प्रत्येक धर्म से कथा कहुई सो से विषय को आम जावानी नेक्स्ट दिस इज आवर फैमिली नेक्स्ट प्लांटेशन टाइम दिस इज प्लांटेशन टाइम ऑफ आवर स्कूल नेक्स्ट our ancient headmasters and the peoples of our villages they are also very positive to our schools because so many functions are organized in our schools and the peoples of our surrounding they are welcome to our schools for development of all type of we tried. I do not say that our school is very developed but we tried to develop themselves. Next, the students they are engaged in plantation. Next so instruction resources what is this is the very physical resources they are. What is instructional resources? How can be the students are instructed, the teaching learning process, how can be the student teached up to this time the students are only teach by your blackboard and chalk. There is no smart board in our school now. After 5T there will be smart board are there but computer hall, computer facilities, projector facilities are there now also and 2 smart boards has been developed in our school. दुईटी लगा जाइए जाको लेकिन आम क्लास स्टूडेंट मान क्लास करा जाउछि. सो instructional resources the class time 10 am to 4 pm but after the pandemic period the class time are fluctuate time to time केतबेले सकाळ 7 रु 9 होउछि केतबेले दिन 10 रु 1 होउछि केतबेले 10 रु 4 होउछि. there is no specific time after the pandemic the government decided time to time. Recently, the summer vacation also has been cancelled, and the school are going on from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. for 3 hours. Our school classes 6 to 10th, and number of periods is 7. About 45 minutes, 7 periods. Resources available are blackboard, smartboard, now smartboard, projectors, computer labs, CAN. CAN means the projectors propel with your computers and projectors. That is for CAN, a machine is there. EduSat, YouTube channel I have said about my YouTube channel also. And Globe, math equipments, scientific equipments, maps, charts, question bank, etc. Other is the innovative things is question banks in our schools. In every subject, we have done question banks. About in the your projectors, in the soft copy, the question bank is made in the soft copy also. So the students are given the question banks in the soft copy in shape of their projector, and then they regularly they write the question answers. All subjects. Innovative method is there. From last 12 years. Last 12 years, not a single student is fail in our school. As a government school, the students are very coming from the poor society, in the illiterate society, in the drunkard society, but with very blessing of the God, Nrsimhath. We do not say everything blessing of the God, Nrsimhath. From 12 years, last 12 years, not a single student has been failed. They have been passed at any way. We try to themselves next. We try to develop themselves. Next, to propel curriculum, prepared by educational curriculum. You know everything. How can we teaching learning process is going on? You are reading there. First of all, you have to make a what do you think? Lesson plan. Yes. What is lesson plan? The plan for lesson. That is called lesson plan. No? Plan for the lesson. How can you give the lessons, lecture the lessons, and there are various methods to the giving lessons. That is called lesson plans. First is introductions. No? First is introductions. We have to take the students, concentrate on the students towards the mainstream, towards the education streams. Okay. The students are different side, different casteism, different villages. They comes in the different thinkings. First of all, we have to determine, concentrate themselves, motivate themselves to learn. How can you motivate? What are the process of the motivation of the students? Can anyone say? If two students are talking themselves, what will you do? In a class, suppose the last two students, they are talking themselves. So what you can do? Before starting the class, we have seen that two students are talking themselves seriously. The nowadays that the schools are danda mukta anchala. Yes, we cannot punish themselves. ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦଣ୍ଡ ଦେଇପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ, ତାଙ୍କୁ ବାଡ଼େଇ ପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ, ଚକ୍ ଫିଙ୍ଗି ପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ. That will be corporal punishment. Your service will be omit of. So that will be very aware of yourself. You are the future teachers. Okay? Aware of that ଦଣ୍ଡ ମୁକ୍ତ ଅଞ୍ଚଳ. କେହି କାହାକୁ ବାଡ଼େଇବେନି, ଚେଷ୍ଟା ବି କରିବେନି. ପିଲା ରଡ଼ୁଥିବ, ତାହେଲେ ପିଲା ରଡ଼ୁଥିବ କି? କ'ଣ କରିବା? What you shall do? ତାକୁ ବାଡ଼େଇ ପାରିବା ନାହିଁ, ଗାଳି ଦେଇପାରିବା ନାହିଁ. We cannot scold them also. What you shall do? What innovative things? What is the innovative idea of the teachers? If a teacher manages the class with the bind by the rule of the government, that is called a best teacher. That is called a best teacher. आमे गवर्नमेंट और रूल रे भी बाइंड ही रही परिबा एवं क्लास को भी मैनेज करिबा. दंड मुक्त अंचल आमे दंड दे परिबा नहीं, सबको गाली दे परिबा नहीं, किछि कहि पर आखि देखि परिबा नहीं, एट कहि परिबा नहीं. कोन करिबा? परिबा. That will be very interesting things. So first we come from their talks. तांकु पचारिबा कोन कथा होतले पिले कोन कोन हला फ्रॉम देयर टॉकिंग वी हैव स्टार्ट द क्लास से कथा जो आम क्लास स्टार्ट करवा कहवा कथा नुह एमती भी स्टूडेंट अच्छा मो लाइब्रेरी आसती जो मैंने निज माँ बापा गाली हेले से मो सहित सेयार करते माँ बापा गाली होते छुआटा आसो आफ्टर सम डेज द टीचर विल बी वेरी फेवरेट टू देम स्टूडेंट्स सो फॉर सम स्टूडेंट द टीचर विल बी वेरी फेवरेट आपंकर स्टूडेंट माने जो टीचर माने फेवरेट टीचर थे जो मान को निजर कथा कही स्टूडेंट मैंने कहती सार मो बापा आज गाली हेले मुझे खाई आसनी मु बिना खाई पलि आसी मोर पेटटा जल्लानी सो व्हाई द स्टूडेंट ट्राई टू स्पीक with the teachers, try to express their feelings with the teachers. Why? Because they feel, when they feel the teacher is mine, my teacher, my good teacher, then they can express each and every feelings. If that condition arises, no one in the class try to indiscipline the school. That feelings have to come. से फिलिंग आने को पड़ो आत्मीयता भाव से स्कूल आने को पड़ो आत्मीयता भाव आने मैंने कौन पिला बेकर चढ़ से भी नुह विथिन द रेंज ऑफ द डिसिप्लिन विथिन द रेंज ऑफ द डिसिप्लिन डिसिप्लिन रेंज मध्य दे हैव टू बी फ्री दे हैव कम टू फ्री फ्री कले दैट विल आई हैव एक्सप्रेस विथ माय एक्सपीरियंस दिस इज माय एक्सपीरियंस स्टूडेंट मान सहित जो एक्सपीरियंस आई हैव गेन द एक्सपीरियंस आई एम शेयरिंग विथ यू सो एनीवे टू प्रोपेल करिकुलम को आम के डेवलप करवा सो मेनी थिंग मैथमेटिक्स आ गोटे जिन आप जानते वैदिक मैथ इफ एनी वन हैव एनी आइडिया अबाउट वैदिक मैथमेटिक्स डू यू नो in if you do not know go through the DB production BGH and so many Vedic mathematics classes are there, so many tricks are there. That means with the help of the Vedic mathematics we can multiply 10 digital numbers within 1 second, 10 digit numbers with 10 digit numbers in 2 or 3 seconds without computer or calculator. एमती भी गुणन अच्छी आई कैन कैलकुलेट इट मोर स्पीड देन योर कैलकुलेटर आपण मैंने कैलकुलेटर से स्पीड करें विथ द हेल्प ऑफ द वैदिक मैथमेटिक्स इज वेरी नेसेसरी फॉर देम वैदिक मैथमेटिक्स व्हाट इज वैदिक मैथमेटिक्स इट इज कम फ्रॉम वेदास वेद इज नॉट ए धर्मग्रंथ ऑफ हिंदूज दैट इज ए नॉलेज ग्रंथ से नॉलेज सब अच्छी वेदरे मैथमेटिक्स रे प्राय 16टी सूत्र आविष्कार कराई वेदर 16टी सूत्र को अख्तियार कराई शंकराचार्य भारती कृष्ण तीर्थजी महाराज आप जानी तीर्थजी महाराज किए से 16टा सूत्र को केवल 16टा श्लोक को केवल से अख्तियार कर से 16टा श्लोक दैट इज कॉल्ड वैदिक मैथमेटिक्स एवं विथ द हेल्प ऑफ वैदिक मैथमेटिक्स वी कैन not create the knowledge, also create the interest of the students. So these are the very innovative steps, and blackboard, whiteboard, smartboard, projectors, model, abacus, direct demonstrations, these are necessary at the time, and we are prepared to themselves, we are prepared to do lesson plans and etc. so many things. Next, I have said about DB production everything. 5,000 students, this is the more about my DB production BGH. I have said it, so we do not go through this. Next, this is the logo of the DB production BGH. You can go to DB production BGH, free online math total, BSc, CBSE, subscribe, and YouTube. Next, these are the prayer session of our schools, our students, prayer sessions. The next prayer of our boys, oath taking. Prayer after prayer the oath taking session has been done. Next, this is the oath taking of the girls in the area is constituted of the green trees and looking very beautiful to themselves. Next, your records. So many records are there, so many records have to maintain in our schools. In every school there are so many records. Your first is financial records. Financial records means your case books, your acquaintance roll, case book, subsidiary case books, and so many case books are there. That is a financial records. Then academic records. Academic records is stock headmaster order book, stock register, admission register, then your PMS register, visit register, in and out register, charge register, different type of charge, your science charge and other charge register, stock book, attendance register, resolution register. There are so many registers are you have read in BD courses also. You know it. Next is examination related registers. Examination related register is examination duty registers, enrollment register, student mirror. What is student mirror? In the student mirror, all about the students. That means Aadhaar number, your bank account numbers, and each and everything. All type of register are maintained according related to examinations. That is the examination related registers. And mess management register. Mess management means in the hostels, the mess is done for separate for the boys and girls. And mess related registers, your consumption register, case book register, budget register, meal register, and complaint register, sick register. So many registers are maintained during the mess management. And other education related register, that is your yearly scheme, lesson plans, annual activity register, daily lesson plan, evaluation registers, your mark registers, and question bank, everything. So many registers are maintained during the classroom interaction period in the school period. Next, teaching learning process. Teaching learning process, we have discussed about it. So many things in the classes. Teaching learning process. The SARs, the chairs have been discussed with you about teaching learning process. What is curriculum? What is three type of activities are there? What is curricular activities, co-curricular activities, and extracurricular activities? You know it. There are three type of activities. We will discuss about detail. First is there are 6 interactive components of the teaching learning process. Very important things is there. First is attention. Important thing is attention. Without taking attention, we cannot teach the student. ଯେମିତି ବର୍ଷା ହେବ, ବର୍ଷା ହେଲା ପରେ ସବୁ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଗିନା ଧରି ଦିଆଯାଇଥିଲା। ବର୍ଷାରୁ କ'ଣ କରିବେ? ପାଣି ନେଇକିରି ପିଇବେ। କିନ୍ତୁ କେମିତି ଗିନା ଧରିବେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବତାଯାଇ ନଥିଲା। ସବୁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଉଲ୍ଟା କରି ଗିନା ସବୁ ଧରିଥିଲେ। ପାଣି ଆସିବ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେଉଁ ପିଲାଟା ଯଦି ଉପର ମୁହଁରେ ଗିନା ଧରିବ ସେଥିରେ ସେ ପାଣି ଧରିପାରିବ ଏବଂ ତାକୁ ସେ ଧରିପାରିବ। ସୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ କଲ୍ଡ ଆଟେନସନ୍ସ। ବର୍ଷା ହେବ, ଆମେ ପଢ଼େଇବା। We can deliver lessons, lectures, so many ways, in the integrated ways, with the smart board, Kayan, everything is there. Quality education. If that will be valueless, if the student's attention do not come in the classroom. First, we have to create the attention of the students. First step. In the lesson plan, we have seen the students, the teacher will come to the classroom in the smiling. You know it? हसी स्कूल को प्रवेश करी अच्छी ना लेसन प्लान व्हेन वी प्रिपेयर लेसन प्लान फास्ट लिखुचे हसी स्कूल को हसी आसले कौन हम स्टूडेंट मान अटेंशन क्रिएट हे फास्ट अटेंशन क्रिएट हे ना सार हसुंट जहाँ हो आज भल मुड अच्छा मत भल जिन पढ़े गाली देवे आज ना दैट इज कॉल्ड अटेंशन फास्ट वी हैव टू create attention of the attract the students to attentive, motivate themselves. Then second is memory. What is memory? Memory to samastang pakhare achi, but what we have to do in the memory? We have to deliver lessons from the fundamental things. Jodi gote pilate plus minus jani nathibo, if do not know how to addition, then how can we teach them multiplication? So, if we teach multiplication, first of all, you have to start addition. Then continuous addition, that is called multiplication. That is the fundamental things. In English, if a student do not know about your words, how to spell a words, then how can he write a sentence? The fundamental is words. We have to relate the fundamentals to the sea of the knowledge. That is called your memory. Then other is language. What is language? The government, according to your new education policy, all students must educate in their mother language. According to NEP 2020. Yes, sir? So, what is our mother language? Why should we read in mother language? मातृभाषा में पढ़ा कहीं मातृभाषाटा एमती गोटे जिनस विथाउट गेनिंग द नॉलेज ऑफ द ग्रामर वी कैन स्पीक फ्लुएंटली दैट इज कॉल्ड मदर लैंग्वेज इफ यू हैव टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश वी हैव टू नो अबाउट द इंग्लिश ग्रामर व्हाट इज टेंस व्हाट इज past tense present tense what is the noun clause everything is there so many clumsy are there but in mother language nothing is there no grammatical learning is there गोटे छोट छुआटे जो 2 वर्ष कहूँ सब कथा कही पार से कौ ग्रामर जानी 2 वर्ष गोटे पिला भाषा शिखि पारा व्हाई शुड नॉट लर्न इंग्लिश इन 10 years लर्निंग 10 वर्ष पढ़ला पर आम कहीं इंग्लिश कही पार ना इन केस ऑफ ए इंग्लिश स्टूडेंट इंग्लैंड इन 2 years he or she the child can speak fluent English why but after learning 10 years why could not say English fluently no the learning process is very wrong आम मातृभाषा शिखुचे कौन से ग्रामर शिखुना कि आम से परफेक्टली कहीदेव कौटा अतीत भविष्य कथा से जानी कि से कह मु काली खाइली कहबनी मु काली खाइबी कह से आम सम्बलपुरी पिला मुई काल के खाइली ना बोले क्या मुई काल के खाइमी कहवा से तेने केना खाइमी केना खाइलिया केना खाऊचे ही और सी नो द चाइल्ड नोज द पास्ट फ्यूचर एंड प्रेजेंट बट इफ यू teach them this is the future tense this is the present tense this is the past tense that will be clumsy for them and that education is failure education so you cannot say fluent English after 10 years of learning there is difference is there we have to if you are the teachers so we have to analyze the things what is the mistakes there if we cover the mistakes कभर माने कौन ताको आम जदि लेप देदेबा जो चाकरी मिस्टेक अच्छे ताको आम लेप देदेबा देन रोड विल बी वेरी प्लेन सो दिस इज द ड्यूटी ऑफ आवर टीचर्स वी हैव टू रिसर्च देमसेल्व्स ओके दिस इज माय ओपिनियन ओके नेक्स्ट दिस प्रोसेस इंटरैक्ट नॉट ओनली विद द ईच अदर बट ऑल्सो विथ इमोशंस क्लासरूम क्लाइमेट बिहेवियर सोशल स्किल्स टीचर्स एंड फैमिली अदर लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग एंड ऑर्गेनाइजिंग ऑफ that is our teaching processing and organizing of the knowledge that is our teaching process after taking the attention of the students with the language proper language that is audible to them then we process and organize knowledge your subjects everything is there writing and higher order thinking writing is very important 3 hours are there you have read in your BD courses 3 hours reading writing and arithmetic 3 hours reading writing and arithmetic so that is writing and higher order thinking it is very important higher order thinking is very important to learn successfully so according this process all are the integrated not only with each other this process higher order thinking is of but also with emotions, classroom climate, behavior, social skill and teachers and family. First thing emotion, only with each other but also with emotions. Emotions should be positive. You know it. Emotion with enriched with empathy, not with sympathy. Enrich with empathy. Classroom climate should be positive to the students, must be positive. Behavior, the teacher's behavior, student behavior must be in the positive sense. Social skills, teachers and family all should be integrated in such way the classroom teaching will be the curricular process will be very effective. Next, so these are input, classroom and output. First is input done by the teachers, characteristics, students characteristic, everything made by the teachers. We get input, then process is there, teacher behavior, student behavior and classroom process, that is the processing unit, and other is output. How can it output from the students? By evaluation, proper evaluation. That is now what is proper evaluations? CCE. Do you know CCE? What is CCE? Continuous comprehensive evaluations. Okay, CCE. We will go through this next. This is the process of the teaching learning process, instructional approaches. How am I teaching? First we have to plan ourselves. How am I teaching? Next, context before context where it is used. Next is your why am I teaching? Concept, learner, who am I instructing? Next is content, what I am teaching. So this is the teaching learning process. Next is this is the also input, output or process, and there are various environmental process they can develop or they can support in our teaching learning process. Community, television, family, other international conditions, school characteristics, state policies, region, movies, peer groups, school process. These all are surrounded by our school. They can support. If they support, then the school curriculum will be effective. Next, curriculum. We have discussed about this curricular process. So many curricular process. Curriculum, proper routine has been done. Timetable has been done. Teachers has been appointed in the specific way. In the high school system, first is headmaster. First is headmaster and two BABD teachers. Arts teacher, they can teach English, MIL and your social science. Then two science teacher, one is from PCM categories and other is CBJ categories. PCM categories, that they can teach mathematics, myself from the PCM categories, and other is your CBJ categories, they will teach science, specific science. That means in the high school session, specific teachers for the specific subjects are appointed. Hindi teachers for Hindi subject, Sanskrit teacher for Sanskrit subject, PT teachers for your physical educations, these are computer teacher for the computer educations. These are the specific teachers. They have been appointed for specific subjects in the high schools. But nowadays, very unfortunate things, most of the posts are vacant. Most of the posts are vacant. Class 1 to class 8 has been propelled by 3 teachers. Only 3 teachers are there, and the school is running class 1 to class 8. This is our quality education, our society. This is our quality of our nations. So we have to think. You are the future teachers. You know all the problems, all the aspects about the society, about the school, because you are going to, you are preparing yourself to going to school. Okay. So these are the practical work, demonstrations. These are the very so many theories are there in our BD lessons. So many theories are there, but in the practical stage, so many problems are there. Next. So common teaching styles. There are so many teaching styles: authority or lecture style, demonstrator or coach style, facilitator or activity style, delegator or group style, hybrid or blended style. So many style you have read in the your BD course, so do not elaborate it. Next, this is the very important. What is curricular activities? The activities you are doing in the classroom within the subject. Within the subject, pustakagata vidya. Pustakagata vidya. That is called your curricular activities. We are doing lesson plan, your logbook in the classes. I have teach these things, logbook, your attendance register. So many there. That is bounded within the curricular activities. The curricular activities, you have the board, the specialist team or your NCRT or SCRT, they have bounded the subject within this chapter will be come for the examinations. That means the curricular activities only for exam oriented activities. Now, yes, समस्त राज्य only exam oriented activities. पिला exam रे भल पास कर देला, you are good teacher. पिला पास कले नहीं, आपण वर्ष सारा पढ़ी दिबे, you are the bad teacher. Where disciplinary action not taken against you. Write down. But nowadays it has been also reduced. ये भी कम हो गलानी. ऑफिसर माने आउ लेखु नांती. रिजल्ट कम हो गले कोन पय होची, they are going to analyze now. आगुर थिला ए 2-4-5 वर्ष पूर्व थिला, where disciplinary action not taken against you, please specify. Threatening टीचर हेबार योग्य तुमे नुह. डिसिप्लिन एक्शन निया जीवो तुमको कौन करा जीवो तोड़ी दिया जीवो आउरी टीचर असंती. बट नाउ इट इज द प्रोसेस ऑल्सो चेंज. आउ ऑफिसर मैंने से सब गुड़ाक लिखि पार ना से एवं शुणी गोटे 34 कि 35 हजार पिला पढ़ुना स्कूल आसुना खराटे किए स्कूल आसो को बापा माँ छाड़ी खरारे स्कूल जो हॉस्टेल गुड़ाक अच्छी किसी स्कूल अच्छी भल भल हॉस्टेल अच्छी किसी स्कूल अच्छी आजबेस्टस तले पिला रोचंती से माँ बापा छाड़े मो पिलाटा आजबेस्टस तले जा रही सका भात खाइब सन्धार भात खाइब रही किए आजबेस्टस तले खरारे किए छाड़ कि स्कूल सीना 6 ରୁ 9 हो 9 बजे गला कौटी रह से आजबेस्टस तले से घरे रही पंखाटे बुलूब गाँ गई हाँ चिंगरी बोले से तपिकी रही. So there are so many difficulties are there. Government is not understanding about this. कब एते पिला आसुना एते पिला पढ़ुना केमती पढ़ो. एवं गोटे गोटे गाँ अच्छी से 7 किलोमीटर 8 किलोमीटर स्कूल पढ़ा जाती 9टार छुट्टी हम एमडीएम खाऊ खाऊ 10टा हो से घर को आसला 11टा 12टा हो केमती हम टाइम के लगे 11:30 भल लगुच इंटरेस्टिंग अच्छी तो ओके विल डिस्कस प्रोसीड. सो what is that is the curricular activities occur within the regular school day and constitute the delivery of instruction. ये सब होची हमरो curricular activities in the your virtual mode, offline mode, online mode, YouTube mode, all are go through the your curricular activities. But neglected side is co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities. These are the integral part of our education, but very neglected part of our education. All fields, there is nothing but any facilities to students, to any teachers also to develop the co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities. I challenge myself, challenge it. If a student do not get any co-curricular activities or extracurricular activities, they cannot be developed themselves. I challenge it. So, how can we go through the your quality educations? What are the co-curricular activities? There are so many. An extension of the classroom instruction, which participations by the entire classes or significant properties thereof. Excursion, like your excursions. If you go through the excursions toward the Mount Valley or any other places, suppose you go through the Hirakud Dam. If you go to the Hirakud Dam and enjoy for a day, not only for eating and drinking, if you judge what things are there, then you get the practical knowledge of the Hirakud Dam. If any question arise any time in your life, you can answer about the Hirakud Dam, because that is your practical demonstrated areas. Practical knowledge has been gained by you. That is your co-curricular activities. But if you give lessons by lessons about the Hirakud Dam, in the year ending, all knowledge will be disappear, dilated in our knowledge. So, the curricular activities are co-curricular activity, which is permanent. Mostly 100% your co-curricular activities, and it's very interesting also. This is. Then other is there are so many extra co-curricular activities: seminar, Red Cross, NCC, Scout Guide, science exhibitions, your Children's Science Congress, quiz, debate, Vedic math, observation of dates, plantation, observation of festival, fire training. Fire training जदि थोड़े स्कूल नहीं दिया जाए, पिला मैंने जानी गले केमते निया लिभाबा हुए, योर नाउ जे फिजिकल ट्रेनिंग ऑल्सो दिया जाउछि कुंफू केमते भाबरे सेल्फ डिफेंस आम स्कूल गुडी करे आवर स्कूल हैज बीन डेवलप टू गर्ल चाइल्ड स्पेशली दे आर डेवलप टू सेल्फ डिफेंस केमते मनकर गोटे झियोटे जाउथबो ताकू गोटे पिला अटैक कला केमते भाबे सेल्फ डिफेंस करिवो केमते मारिवो से शिखिवो that is co-curricular activity that is very necessary for the practical. Why it is practical? जमती गोटे गप अच्छी जड़े संस्कृत पंडित संस्कृत विशारद से जाऊँच क्या डंगार जाऊँच गोटे लोक सहित से विशारद पचारे क्या से धीवर को तुम्हें संस्कृत जानिच वेद पढ़ीच से कहला मु वेद कौन जानी कि संस्कृत कौन पढ़ी मो बापा डंगा चलाऊे मुझे डंगा चलाऊँ ए माछ धरे और परिवार पोषण करे से कहले तुम जीवन बेकार गला तुम जीवनटा पूरा बेकार गला अल्प समय पर कौन है जोरे पवन आसला ठीक जो से मैंने चिलिका हरदार मझीरे आसती से समय जोरे पवन आसला लोकटा पचारा पहरा जानी से कहला मु पहरा के पहरी मुझे जानी मुझे सब बाथरूम में गाधाए एवं तुम जीवन बेकार हो This is the theoretical difference between theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge, darkar. This is the curricular activities. But co-curricular activities, that is come from the swimming. से पहरारो से जो practical knowledge. जैसे आमर ओडिया कथा अच्छी बाड़ी बैगण पोथी बैगण अच्छी ना कथा अच्छी पोथी बैगण फलैवा बहुत सहज एत खत देदेव ये देदेव बैगण एड़े फल किंतु बाड़ी को गला बेले जहाँ हम जे बाड़ी फल से जान सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ये करिकुलर एक्टिविटी को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज फुटबॉल खेल मारिदी शर्ट पूरा उड़ी फुटबॉल खेलवा गले जापर फुटबॉलटा कौन केमती गड़ेवा हुए क्रिकेट देखिदेव मैच देखुचे मुझे पिटी पूरा सब छः हो क्रिकेट खेला बेले जे खेल से जान बॉलटा केमती आसूची निज आड़े घाए कि केमती बाड़ी आसूची केमती बाड़ी पड़ेगा केमती पलैवा हम से चिंता कर एनीवे so that is your core curricular activities and other integral part is extra curricular activities. It is very important. एमती स्टूडेंट अच्छा जो मैंने पाठ टोटाली जानवे एज ए ड्रामाटिस्ट मुझे देखी जो स्टूडेंट मोर गोटे स्टूडेंट थिला तुलाराम बाग बोलिकी तार ना भी मन अच्छी थे आम ड्रामा करूँ दर्मरा रावण वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग ड्रामा दर्मरा रावण से समय से पिलाटा किसी पाठ जाने लिखि जाने ओडिया भी लिखि जानू 10वीं क्लास पढ़ुला तू लिखिले तू ला ए लिखे से है ताकू मुझे रावण रोल से मुख्य रोल ताकू देती से तो बही पढ़ी जानवे केमती दिज्व से शुणी शुणी सब मन रखीदेला डायलॉग शुणी शुणी मन रखीदेला टिपटप एक्सपर्ट एक्टर होगला तार मेमोरी अच्छी कि नहीं अच्छी मेमोरी नथले से डायलॉग केमती मन रखा गोटा बहीर डायलॉग मन करता गोटे भी भूल है एक्शन डायलॉग एवरीथिंग इज ओके परफेक्ट सो ही इज नॉट ए मेमोरी ही इज नॉट अ इंटेलेक्चुअल डेवलपमेंट ए स्पिरिचुअल डेवलपमेंट सब अच्छी भर कि पाठ कहीं जानू नहीं बिकॉज द इनपुट सिस्टम हैज बीन डैमेज बाय द स्टूडेंट द इनपुट जब डैमेज होगा देखिए जो मैंने काल थे जो मैंने शुणी पारे नहीं से कहींपारे आप देखिए जो मैंने शुणी पारे नहीं दे आर डीप देन दे आर डम शुणी पारे ना मैंने कहींपारे नहीं कहीं तार इनपुट ना आम शुणुचे एमती कहले मुझे कहली हाथ पाद कहली से जिन गुड़ाक आपण कान को गला शुणिले से कथा आप कहले जदि से शुणव ना कौन कह से किसी कहींपार जदि भी तार मुहटा खोलुव से कहींपार बिकज इनपुट इज जीरो व्हेन इनपुट क्लासरूम सिचुएशन फास्ट इनपुट देन प्रोसेसिंग देन इज आउटपुट इनपुट हेले तो प्रोसेसिंग हम प्रोसेसिंग हेले तो आउटपुट हम जदि इनपुट जीरो होगा से पिलाटा जब इनपुट है जीरो होगा किसी बुझीपारा ना जोग विजोग किसी जानी ना मुझे ए प्लस बी होल स्क्वायर कौन ए माइनस बी होल स्क्वायर कौन ए प्लस बी प्लस सी होल क्यूब कौन सब पढ़ेली कंटिन्यूअस स्पीड रे माय स्पीड इन माय नॉलेज विथ माय बेस्ट ऑफ माय नॉलेज खाली पढ़े चलली किंतु ता भीतर किसी पशिला ना इनपुट जीरो जो आउटपुट बाहर कौन हम जीरो तो बाहर इनपुट जब जीरो गला आउटपुट कौन बाहर जीरो बाहर सो से पिला भीतर नॉलेज अच्छी सबू अच्छी बट कहार दोष मु कहूनी किंतु देयर इज डिफिकल्टीज इन आवर एजुकेशन सिस्टम व्हाई द इनपुट विल बी जीरो हाउ कैन यू डेवलप द इनपुट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स जदि गोटे स्टूडेंट गोटे बहिर डायलॉग पढ़ कर दुईटा क्वेश्चन आंसर कहीं पढ़ कर व्हाट इज द डिफिकल्टी इनपुट इन द सिस्टम ऑफ इनपुट सो extracurricular activities are the integral part that can develop the curricular and co-curricular activities. What are the functionally as integral part of the total curriculum? Example a song, good song, dance, art, drama, mono action, street play, cultural show, annual day, magic, game and sports. एटा गोटे भल पाठ पढ़ु नथिबा पिला भी ए सब काम गुड़ाक भल भाव में करि पारिबो गोटे गोटे मैट्रिक फेल पिला क्रिकेट खेलिकी वर्ल्ड फिगर हो पार आप जानी ना मैट्रिक फेल पिला क्रिकेट खेलिकी वर्ल्ड फिगर हो पार हम ना से भीतर टैलेंट जो टैलेंट ना क्रिकेट केमती खेलला टैलेंट अच्छी बट द टैलेंट हैज बीन डेवलप इन द डिफरेंट वे व्हाई वी कैन नॉट टेक द टैलेंट कन्वर्ट द टैलेंट इन द करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज if the process develop then we develop their talent in respect of the extracurricular activities towards the curricular activities जड़े पिला जो भल डांस कर पाला डांस तो जानी जो मैंने डांस कर डांस इज नथिंग बट मैथमेटिक्स केते स्टेप आगू को पड़ो केते स्टेप पछक आसक पड़ो 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 दैट इज मैथमेटिक्स यू नॉट इट सो डांस इज मैथमेटिक्स ड्रामा इज मैथमेटिक्स so why the student is poor in mathematics if a student knows about drama dance आपण माने गोटे ड्रामा देखिए राम राज्य मो चैनल रे अछि वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग ड्रामा एंड द ड्रामा इज ओनली मैथमेटिक्स प्रति स्टेप रे केते स्टेप जीवा पड़ो गोटे म्यूजिक रे केते स्टेप जीवा पड़ो सब जिन से अच्छी द गांधीयन थॉट ऑफ ड्रामा सो my point is if a student is developed in art perfect in drama perfect in dance so why should not in perfect in mathematics next these are the extracurricular activities in our school curriculum of all subjects cover theory लिखाई बहुत जिन continuous writing one innovative process are taken by our school that innovative process is writing 10 number of questions and answer in all subject daily. The student must write 10 question and 10 answer of mathematics, 10 question and 10 answer of science, 10 question of 10 answer of all subjects. So what is the positive impact? First, writing skill is developed. Second is the time and studied hour has been managed and students are engaged in the curricular activities. If a student write 10% of them are memorized according to theory of your education. Theory of education, if he read only 1% is memorized. If we write, 10% is memorized. If we demonstrate, 50% is memorized. You know it. So these are the theories of our education. So this innovative process leads to success, 100% results up to 12 years. Next, secondly, co-curricular activities, debate, elocution, creative writing. Now the government are providing yearly festival in the education department, that is called Surabhi, and in our SSD departments, that is called your Sargipula. In the Sargipula, all co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities. First, school-wise competition will be occurs, then district-wise competitions, then state-wise competitions. That in that competition, the students perform everything: dance, drama, debate, song, quiz, seminars, science and mathematics exhibitions, rally, cabinet mock elections, social activities, and so many others. से कंपिटिशन गुड़ाक सब हुए पे कंपिटिशन भाग नि डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल हम प्रथम स्कूल लेवल हम तापर ब्लॉक लेवल हम डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल हम देन स्टेट लेवल हम. I have attended so many times in the state level Sargipulas because our school became champion for continuous 5 years in the state level Sargipulas. With the performance of our students, labor of our teachers, our school became champion in the state level Sargipula for continuous 5 years, from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, because all the functions, these all type of functions, your Janmashtami, Guru Divas, Shishu Divas, Saraswati Puja, Ganesh Puja, your Gangadhar Jayanti, Holi, Diwali, Shastri Jayanti, Gandhi Jayanti, Netaji Jayanti, all the functions, national festivals and local festivals, spiritual festivals, all festivals are organized in our school, each and every year. Gita Jayanti, Yoga Divas, everything is observed in our schools. And all students are mandatory to attend and participate in their in the functions. But last 2 years from the pandemic, it has been huddled. We will try to next year, from next year, all the observation will continue and the development will be continued. Next. Thirdly, extracurricular activities, dance, music, instructional music, street play, painting, drama, mono action, everything is going on also. Our school students perform within my period more than 100 plays in our schools and in our districts, in our state also. They have been selected for the Rabindra Mandap also in the play Ramarajya. So, these performances are done by the students with our labor, dedication, everything is there. So, I hope from all our futures, they should be dedicated to make the future of the states, nation. Okay? Next. Next, curricular activities. These are the curricular activities. These are designed. Next, core curricular activities. This type of teaching aids, exhibitions, student councils, day celebrations, wallpaper bulletin, everything are the co-curricular activities. We have not only these are the very broad, huge UP collection. UP collect so many co-curricular activities are there. You can think yourself. Next, and extracurricular activities, guidance, experts, visit to morning library. These are the extracurricular activities. This will be shared in your group also. This PPT will be shared in your group. You can see yourself in the group. Next. These are the extracurricular activities: art, craft, theatre, dance, music, poetry, yoga, cooking, baking, learning of tools, life skills, photography, and personality. What is the life skill? Do you know what is life skill? If anyone has any idea about life skill? Life skill. जीवन दक्षता, हाँ, the skills to survive in the better life. Survive in the better life, that is called your life skill. There are so many negative aspects in the society. You know it, there are so many negatives, especially for girl childs. For the girl childs, there are so many negative aspects. So how can you overcome the negative aspect in the society? That is called life skill. That is a very important integral part of the your extracurricular activities. In our school, myself also a life skill teacher. So many steps are there, from the nutrition, sanitation, and other all things related to the girl childs, their gender discriminations, everything that comes in the life skill of the self defense, everything they are come in the life skill education. And the life skill education is very crucial to the girl childs. Next, this is our family during the pandemic. Independence Day was observed. Next, this is our family, Independence Day observed before pandemic. Next, they are scout student of our school, Sarkari Uch Vidyalaya Nusinda. This is the scene of our school. Next, these are the Red Cross girls. These are Red Cross girls, Red Cross dress also. Red Cross girls are of our school. Next, during the pandemic, all the observations are made only by the teacher and staff. So we observe so many your Republic Day and your Independence Day, only presence of the staffs. Next, these are science exhibitions made our students. Next, science exhibitions. Next, we also science exhibition. Next, science exhibitions. Next, school level science exhibitions, your state level, district level science exhibition, and state level science exhibition. All pictures are there. Next, observation. This is our meeting hall, and here the all type of observations are done. All maximum observation, maximum your spiritual, your every type of observations are done in our school. So if we organize debate once in a week, then most of the students try to speak. Then they become debater. Another example is there. In my experience, I am not a drawing teacher. Mother drawing bhalo ase, I do not know how to drawing it. आम पाख स्कूल पिला सब ड्रॉइंग फास्ट पाई जाती. सर्गी फूल ड्यूरिंग द सर्गी फूल अन्य सब सब्जेक्ट आम पिला प्राइज पाई कि ड्रॉइंग पाइबे ना, कारण गोटे टीचर थे दैट इज ड्रॉइंग टीचर, से सब ड्रॉइंग फास्ट नहीं जाए. आम पिला कांदिले मत कहले सार आम केमती ड्रॉइंग पाइबा. ठीक अच्छे, मुझे कहले मुझे ड्रॉइंग जाने ना, बट आई कैन टीच यू इन ए डिफरेंट वे, देन यू कैन गेट प्राइज इन द ड्रॉइंग. इफ यू लेबर देन you will get first position in the drawing. केमती करूँ सर, चलो यूट्यूब गुरु करवा. कंप्यूटर रूम थिला, कंप्यूटर नेट दे दिगला, यूट्यूब रे समय ड्रॉइंग तुम बाछ, ड्रॉइंग रू ड्रॉइंग करवा शिख. ड्रॉइंग शिखिले आफ्टर 2 years से पिला माने एमती परफेक्ट ही गले, एमती बढ़िया बढ़िया ड्रॉइंग कले, एमती आर्ट रे एमती शिखी गले. ताने वाटर आर्ट गुड़ी शिखी गले, पत्थर करेंगे पूरा पत्थर भले देखा. आउ से मैंने केवे फास्ट पाई पाले ना. कंटिन्यूअस 5 years आवर स्कूल बिकम चैंपियन. ड्रॉइंग रे से मैंने केवे पाई पाले ना, मैंने बढ़िया बढ़िया ड्रॉइंग करदेले. से सर कहले आपन तो सर मते निजे फोन करदेले, कहले आपन तो ड्रॉइंग जानते नहीं, केमती भाव ड्रॉइंग शिखेले पिला को. व्हाट इज द सीक्रेट इनसाइड इट. मैं कहली दैट इज द सीक्रेट. मु ड्रॉइंग जाने नहीं, बट वी हैड प्रिपेयर आवरसेल्व्स इन सच ए वे दैट वी कैन डेवलप in the drawing performance from your school. Next, these are the different observation of our school. Next, this is the Children's Day observations. Which type of Children's Day observation you know? Next, this is the fire training of school. The fire office is there nearest to our school. So fire training of our school. Next, this is Lord Nusingnath. When we start any meeting, any type of observation, we start the lamp fire of the Lord Nusingnath. Next, this is the PTA meeting of our school, parent teacher association, parent and lastly student madhya achhanti. Next, this is our staffs organize so many meetings. Next, this is the organization. Next, Saraswati Puja, Ganesh Puja. Next, this is the fire brigade. They has come to our schools. How to they have managed to how to make parades. Next, this is the Bona Mahotsav. Next, these are the organization. The students they sit accordingly. Next, this is the organization of our schools. Fortunately, I became anchor of all the functions. I am proud of to my schools. Okay, he have gave opportunity to myself to become anchor. Okay, next. This are sports activities in our school. This is our playground. Next, the sports activities, annual sports. Next, yes, annual sports pictures are there. Next, your parade in the district level parade. Next, these are sport activities. Next, have you seen the very amazing sport activities? Next, this is sport activities. Yes, this is our PT sir. Next, these are the team. Next, the fire extinguish training. How can we save from fire? That training has been occur in our school. Next, the students are trained to extinguish the fire. Next, how can they can overcome the ladder with taking a student or taking a ill person. That training also taken by the students. Next, this is the fire extinguish system. Next, hand washing practice done to the students. Next, yes. Next, prize distribution ceremony. You see your folic acid, everything is given to the students. That type of function was also done. Next, how can overcome the in the bar? Next, this type of activities also learned by the students. Next, you have seen this type of activities. This is very crucial activities and very interesting for the student also. They enjoy. If you do this type of activities, they enjoy that whole day, and they will obey you also, obey your word also. Next, girl childs, can you imagine this type of activities? Next, yes, yoga, continue yoga in the playground. Next, these activities, all activities are done inside our school. Next, oath taking. Next, this is the playground of our schools. Next, rally, all type of rallies are taken. Next, these are cultivation has been taken before our kitchen garden. Next, this is our Ramaraja team. The students perform Ramaraja all over Odisha, the students, and they got so many prizes in all over Odisha also. Next, problem child. What is problem child? We discuss. इसमें लिखा हुआ है. What is problem child? If a child is in problem or a child creates problem, all are called problem child. If a child is problem the child is problem रची बुझी पारु नहीं. If the deep यदि अंधमुख बद्र अच्छी तो अलग जिनिस. क्लास रे बुझी पारु नहीं. They or she or he are not attentive in the class. That is called also problem child. Any problem, if a child create problem in the school, that is called also problem child. Class रे पछपटे कथा होतबो, disturbance करतबो, कार बाल झिंगी देतबो, कार कोन करतबो, that is also problem child. Then we are the decision makers. We teachers are the decision makers how to overcome the problems of the child. That is called problem child. First we have to determine the causes, then find the way to solve and pulling the child into the mainstream. We are the decision makers. We are the teachers, are the decision makers. We take the students in the mainstream. So this is the problem child. You know all of things in the courses also. We do not go through it. Next. And staff relations. It is very necessary to develop a school. In maximum cases, in maximum schools, the staff relations are not fair. The family relations and staff relation, all are necessary. If the condition of the teacher is not fair, then how can he teach the good lesson? ମୁଁ ଯଦି ମ୍ୟାଡ଼ାମଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଘରୁ ଗାଳି ହେଇକି ଆସିଥିବି ମୁଁ କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ ଭଲ ପଢ଼ିପାରିବି? କେବେ ପଢ଼ିପାରିବିନି। ମୁଁ ଆସିଲା ବେଳେ ତ ଆଉ ପାଠ ହେବ। That is most impact. Class को जीवा पूर्वरु the teacher should be tension free. Then he can teach a good lesson. Otherwise not. केबे मध्य होई परिबनी। So it is necessary to the family environment, school environment should be positive. जदि स्कूल को आसु आसु हेड सर कह कौन है समय लेट कर कौन घर तुम एक्सप्रेशन लिख जा क्लास जा क्लास मो तो क्लास पढ़े पाठ जदि छुआ सहित कथा बाजला पिला को बाजिब से पाठ हम पाठ हेनी सो टीचर्स बिहेवियर ये जो अच्छी स्टाफ रिलेशनशिप दैट शुड बी पॉजिटिव दैट शुड बी फॉर्मल अदरवाइज द क्लासरूम से जहाँ जिनस आम कहले जहाँ जिनस पढ़ले सब फेल केबे मत हो पारनी जब टीचर्स हेड सर कहले सार टी जानते टे पढ़े टे देखो क्लास के भल आप खुशी पढ़े आपन परा भल टीचर आपने पढ़ेले हेनी आप पिला उपकृत हे आप दौड़ी दौड़ी पढ़े आज मत सार भल कहीदे आप पढ़े चलेंगे आम कहले सार कौन समय है पाठ हेनी कौन पाई टीचर होती आप स्कूल को जी क्लास को जी मत आउ पाठ हम सो द क्लासरूम क्लास रिलेशनशिप शुड बी formal but in the all schools all organization there are so many conflicts are there small conflicts we have to solve in our jurisdictions निज भीतर ताको समाधान करबा दरकार and our relation should be very formal next exam process of learners evaluations exam process is very important आपण मैंने जानी थे सिंगल एग्जामिनेशन प्रोसेस वाज अकर अप टू 2018 इन द +2 एंड मैथमेटिक्स +2 एंड मैट्रिक इन सिंगल एग्जामिनेशन सो सिंगल एग्जामिनेशन जदि पास करीगल यू बिकम पास्ट जदि कॉपी कोपा मारिक जदि फर्स्ट क्लास पाईगल यू बिकम फर्स्ट क्लास फॉर होल लाइफ जदि कौन सी कारणवश देह बिगड़ी गला एनी ट्रबल यू गेट ट्रबल एंड यू हैव नॉट परफॉर्म गुड इन द सिंगल एग्जामिनेशन देन यू हैव बिकम द वीक स्टूडेंट फॉर होल लाइफ थिंक इफ ए condition of a student in a specific time period is lower at any cost he become loser for whole life. Then is it the correct evaluation? Is it not the correct evaluation? According to NCERT and the NEP 2020, there is some very adoption was taken, that is continuous and comprehensive evaluation, CCE. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation was a process of assessment mandated by the Right to Education Act Indian 2009. 2009 ରୁ ହେଲାଣି ତା NCERT ମଧ୍ୟରେ ସୀମିତ ଥିଲା, ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ନୁହଁ, ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ସେ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ଏକ୍ଜାମିନେସନ୍ ଚାଲିଥିଲା। ड्यूरिंग द पांडेमिक जो गोटे वर्ष परीक्षा हो पारा ना 2019 रे गवर्नमेंट चिंता कला सीसी इज वेरी नेसेसरी। ए वर्ष दिस ईयर द सीसी इज कंडक्टेड स्पेसिफिक इन द स्पेसिफिक वे एंड इफ द सीसी इज कंडक्टेड इन द क्लासरूम नो स्टूडेंट कैन बी फेल्ड एंड नॉट एनी एक्सपेक्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट left for the evaluation. Everything will be evaluated of a student. केमती होची सीसी विषय में कंटिन्यूस कले सीसी will be take 2 hours, so we will overcome. Only I will say the gist of the CC. Okay, next. What is the gist? Continuous comprehensive evaluation. Continuous, regular and continuous activities conducted throughout the year to achieve all-round development. Clear? And comprehensive mental, emotional, physical aspects of the students progress, all-round development of the students. Next, evaluation. Variety of tools and techniques are needed to assess the evaluation of the student progress. What are the tools and techniques? We will discuss about in gist. Next. CC, continuous comprehensive evaluation. What is CC? Evaluation process to be conducted throughout the sessions. Throughout the sessions, each and every lessons we have to evaluate themselves. Each and every unit you have to evaluate themselves. Each and every month you have to evaluate themselves. Each and every day, end of the day, we have to evaluate themselves. And that should be recorded in the integral way. Throughout the session, throughout the year, includes three major areas: assessment, diagnosis and remedials. First we have to do assessment करेंगे। After assessment we diagnose the weaker students and takes specific remedials. Remedial measures means the steps to overcome the faults of the students, overcome the faults of students, the weakness of the students. That is your remedials. Complete process to be done in 2 divisions, that is formative assessment and summative assessment. There are 2 assessment, so formative assessment and summative assessment. Formative is the internal assessment to be done at school level. Formative assessments are done in the school level. The teachers are the sole authority to do the formative assessment, and other is summative assessment, that is done by the board of secondary education. Summative assessment has been done by the board. Next, these are the formative assessment. Formative assessment are 4 formative assessment: FA1, formative assessment 1, formative assessment 2, FA3, FA4. There are 4 formative assessment and 2 summative assessment will be done throughout the year, and SA1 and SA2. How can we do it? Next, FA1, FA2. After formative assessment 1, formative assessment 2, summative assessment 1 has been done. This is the first semester of the year. First semester of the year. In the second semester of the year, formative assessment 1 is 3rd and formative assessment 4, and followed by the summative assessment 2nd. These are the throughout the year, throughout the picture of the year. Next, formative assessment 1 comes in which month has been also specified, in which month which type of assessment has been done. That is in detail the students are aware in the beginning of the year. Formative assessment 1, 2nd week of September, we don't go through this, the time is going on. Next, formative assessment is an assessment conducted during the process of the teaching learning. Main features of the formative assessment: it is diagnostics and remedial, and to be assessed in the form of the oral, written and performance. It has been next formative assessment ro 4 aspect अछि. Next, yes, 4 formative assessment jo hochi, they have 4 aspects, that is your periodic test, multiple assessment, subject enrichment and portfolio. That is key there are key factors for the formative assessment. What is your periodic test? Next, periodic test. Periodic test means each and every ending of the each and every lessons we have to take assessment of the students, and that should be recorded. And average of after completion of the all the assessment after 1 month, that will be awarded from whole 5 marks. आम 20 मार्क परीक्षा करवा 40 मार्क परीक्षा करवा जहाँ भी करवा, बट दैट शुड बी एवरेज फ्रॉम 5 मार्क्स. 5 मार्क रु जहाँ हम ताकू आम से भाया आम असेसमेंट करवा. दैट इज योर प्रोजेक्ट पेरियोडिक टेस्ट. देन मल्टीपल असेसमेंट. मल्टीपल असेसमेंट कौन? ओरल टेस्ट, ग्रुप इंडिविजुअल मल्टीपल असेसमेंट, ग्रुप इंडिविजुअल असेसमेंट, मैप्स, ग्राफिक्स, एक्टिविटीज, असाइनमेंट. That should be given to the students within that month, and that should be marked from 5 mark. 5 mark, whole mark, periodic test 5 mark, multiple assessment 5 mark, then portfolio 5 marks. Portfolio, what is portfolio? Portfolio is story writing, poems, drawing, collection of different materials, self-made objects, problem solving, connected concept, different objects, mathematical communities, and so many things. Make some original connections from the topic, Vedic mathematics, plus, manners, everything. So, from this portfolio, they have been marked from 5 marks. And other is subject enrichment. Subject enrichment is skill of the students. Subject improvement activities of different for different subjects. The subject enrichment is different for different objects. In the science exhibition, science seminar, and so on. In the literary, we can take literary activities. Next, periodic test. Comprise of 3 or 6 unit test. These are the periodic test. Next, your multiple assessment. चार्टा जगह 5 मार्क का 20 मार्क है. फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट जो है, फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट 1 है 20 मार्क रु जी आसो. से 4टा जो आम कले 4टा रु 5 मार्क 5 मार्क जी स्टूडेंट स्कोर कर दैट शुड बी रिकॉर्डेड, and that should be in the formative 1. That should be repeated in the formative 2, formative 3, formative 4 also. That means the student has been evaluated whole year wise. Okay, that is your multiple assessment. Next, portfolio drawing, poem, etc. Next, your subject enrichment. In language, listening skill, reading skill, writing skill, speaking skill, vocabulary. In the mathematics and science, preparation of mathematical scientific models, collection of articles, biography of great Indian mathematicians, scientists, making of charts and posters. These are your math and science. In the social science, project works, preparation of map, chart, conducting of essay and debate, competition, scar books of news editing, drawing, historical monument. These are the all aspects made by subject enrichment. Okay, next. This type of class 9, class 10 subject the formative assessment, 4 formative assessment and 2 summative assessment has been done throughout year, and that should be recorded, and a average mark done with the individual process. There is a formula also. With that formula, average mark has been done, and total mark, with that mark the student can be finalized, pass and fail. Next, and achievements. These are the all assessment. We go through the CCE, then it takes more than 2 to 3 hours. I was the RP. Now also I am the RP of the CCE in our district. So we will discuss about the CCE, then it takes so many hours. So I feels the patience of our colleagues became loose. You know it? Going to lose the patience. You know it? So be in patience, because it is not a school, it is training session. Isn't it? It is training session. Though it is training session, we are the future teachers. We have to be more attentive. Yes, we should more attentive, more keep more patience because there is something different in this session. We have to different persons, different teachers, different RPs are come from different schools. Okay, private school, your Navodaya school, your others of public school, your SSD schools, different type of school, different activities, different achievements. So you have to learn from our training session. We go different schools, different departments in our jurisdictions. They are coming to our training session. So we should take advantage. Okay. Next, what are the achievements? Achievements I have said the achievements of our school. So many achievements in the Sargipul level. There are written in the theoretical. So many achievements are written there. In the Sargipul level, last 5 years, our school became the champion in the state level also. Not only the Sargipul in the dramatic stage, stakes. Our school, the play Ramaraja became very popular in the district and state also. Our students, that is performed by our students. If opportunity exists, then we will perform in the Sonalpur University also, the Ramaraja. That will be that type of standard play. Lastly, Atish Vaishnava Janato has been played in the Sonalpur University. Yeah? Have you seen Vaishnava Janato? Atish Satpathy? Have you seen? Vaishnava Janato, very interesting drama. Vaishnava Janato. So that is a different drama. That is also Gandhian drama. I have seen it. Gandhian drama. And Ramaraja is also a special type of drama without any dialogue. The drama has been without any dialogue. The Gandhi philosophy has been expressed without any dialogue. All of you see it and must give the valuable comments to Khamari sir. Then they will comment to myself. Okay. So these are the activities and my most interesting and interesting activities of myself is DB production BGS. Inside it there is drama, there is mathematics lessons, everything is there. And now this lesson, the interactive session of with the future teachers, not the students, with the future teachers has been also LIPS session by DB production BGS. I think so many people will be can only the not only the future teachers but also so many students, future students, they can see, they can follow. You can follow also this session, you can follow it by the DB production BGS. You can repeat it, you can see it, DB production BGS. So many activities in our schools are done, and in the district level, state level, so many prizes are taken. As in the district level and state level, our school become the champion school with the blessing of the God, with the labor of the teachers. Next, this is the step of the Ramaraja, one piece of the Ramaraja. Next, this is the INDIA written by hand. INDIA written. Next, I love India is written by the hand of the with the hand of the students. This is the get-up of our Ramaraja, play Ramaraja. Next, this is the Prakash Joshi, former DO and director of our OSEPA, has been pleased and give prize to our students. Next, in the Sokhin Rangmanch Bargad, we have been prize by the team Gandhi Pathagar. Next, and this is the Gandhian display has been done at the field in Republic Day, Paigmal. Next, these are the dance team with myself. The dance team, in the dance also Sambalpuri dance Sargipula have been known. A dance name is Sargipula. Sambalpuri dance Sargipula is very popular among the students. Among the that is a product that production is made in our school. Next, this is the Gandhian play. You must see the Gandhian play. Okay, Ramaraja Gandhian play you must see. Ramaraja by DAITARI BISWAL or DB production BGS you must see. Next, this is the state level Sargipula in the Bhubaneswar, the science exhibition, the biodiesel made up of your Mohul seat, from whole seed you can make biodiesel. That prize has been selected for the state level, from the state level also. Next, this is the state level Sorgiful. Next, we are enjoying with the students. We are enjoying the students from the, not our, from our school, from our district also. So I have escorted the students with the district. I have got opportunities from our the students. Next, these are the students in the Sorgiful team from Bargarh district. So next, this is the team, Sorgiful team, teachers, students in the Sorgiful stage. In the Sorgiful stage, Bhubaneswar. These are very golden memories of my life. Golden memories. Okay. Next. Thank you all of you. This is all about my preparations, my lecture talk about our school, our department. Thank you all of you. Thank you all the future teachers. Thank you all the futures of our school, all the futures. So it is followed by a question and answer session. Yes, sir. So I welcome all the future teachers, not the students. All the future teachers, they can discuss about the problems, various question arise from your internal questions. I will try to solve the question. Thank you all. जो मैंने ओडिया पचारि पारे इंग्लिश पारे कि असुविधा नहीं ओडिया पचार कि असुविधा नहीं यू कैन आस्क इन एनी लैंग्वेज जो मैंने पचारे लाउडली पचारे कि आगे आसिले सब बेटर हम कहीं जो यूट्यूब लाइव हो आपण मान क्वेश्चन पब्लिक शुणा दरकार freely ask about our department, about our school, about curricular activities, about extracurricular activities, about integral part of the education, problem of the education, any type of question. Yes. What is your DI register? What is DI register? DI? DI register. GI register. GI register. I don't know. आम स्कूल लेवल प्राय GI register हुए नहीं. GI register कौन जानी सर की? Anyway, doubt अच्छी. अपन मने सर doubt किसी clear. नहीं full form कोई बारे बेगी. GI register full form. Full form जदि अच्छी, I can elaborate it. But according to my knowledge, in the school level, GI register किसी maintain हुए नहीं. Yes. ना theory रे बहुत जिनिस थिबो. Theory रे कथा तो बहुत जिनिस अच्छी. बहुत theory जिनिस थिबो. किंतु मोर knowledge रे school level रे GI register इन्हें किसी maintain हुए नहीं. फिर भी जदि if I come to the knowledge, I will share with you. General? Yes, any question? ना पढ़ी पारे एनी मुझे कहीदी सेसन में कहीदी एनी कास्ट जनरल ओबीसी एनी कास्ट योर मुस्लिम क्रिश्चियन सब पिला पढ़ी पारे बट दे शुड नॉट बी रेसिडेंस एज ए हॉस्टेलर हो पारे नहीं डे स्कॉलर आगे पढ़ी पारे आम स्कूल दुई प्रकार पिला अच्छा गोटे जो हॉस्टेलर एंड बोर्डर पिला एंड अदर इज डे स्कॉलर आगे सब पिला पढ़ी पारे किंतु हॉस्टेल रे ओनली एसटी एंड एससी एंड से बाउंड अच्छी जैसे मुझे कहीदी 90% आज एसटी एंड 10% इज एससी आगुरी प्रोविजन थिला अप टू 1976 पर्यंत ओबीसी पिला रोते But after 1976 OBC पिला रहू नांती, only it is meant for ST and SC. Okay. Yes, any question? ଜାଣିଛି यस 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 एक कहूली एक पॉइंट रे आसला जो मैंने सांताली हेले आउ विभिन्न अच्छे साद्री अच्छी सांताली अच्छी विभिन्न भाषा गुड़क लोक अच्छा से मैंने मातृभाषा व्यतीत अन्य भाषा जानती ना एवं एसटीसी डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट इज नाउ टेकिंग स्टेप्स to teach the different language students in their own mother language. But today's problem is there. What is problem? The specific language teachers is not available. Without teachers, how can the teaching language can be effective? So, जब सांताली कहल सांताली रो टीचर भी आसवा दरकार एबे प्रॉब्लम अछि स्टार्ट होइछि सर इनोवेटिव नहीं डिपार्टमेंट गवर्नमेंट नहीं कि सब इफेक्टिव होगापी किसी समय लगे सांताली साद्री भाषार सब ट्रेनिंग ने से आसवे पढ़ेबे तापर जाई हम से टीचर में आसबे तापर जे हम दैट विल बी कम इन द एक्जिस्टेंस ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट इन द आई ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट बट इट विल बी इफेक्टिव आफ्टर सम इयर्स व्हेन द स्किल्ड पर्सन विल बी अवेलेबल स्किल्ड टीचर्स विल बी अवेलेबल देन यस सर हाँ हाँ ना आम डिपार्टमेंट अच्छी सर एसटीसी डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट रिजनल लैंग्वेज रे मदर लैंग्वेज रे पाठ पढ़िबो बोली कि व्यवस्था अच्छी किंतु सफिशिएंट आमर ह्यूमन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ना टीचर ना हाँ एबे साइंस रे भी आमर ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट भी कहूँ जे समस्ते मदर लैंग्वेज एनईपी 2020 कहूँ जे समस्ते मदर लैंग्वेज रे पाठ पढ़िबे किंतु बर्तमान सुधा दुखर विषय आम साइंस पाठ जो अच्छी साइंस पाठ ओडिया रे ट्रांसलेट हो पारनी जो मैंने एक्सपर्ट अच्छा साइंस सब्जेक्ट को से ओडिया रे ट्रांसलेट कर पारना इफ ए स्टूडेंट नो वेरी वेल डिस्टिल वाटर बट ताको जो ओडिया कर पातित जल कहले पिला सहज बुझीपारे ओडिया आम डिफिकल्ट हो विभिन्न वार्ड अच्छी से वार्ड गुड़िक प्रकृत ओडिया आने कष्टकर हो तेणुक आमर भी डेफिसिएंसी रोचे किसी आमर ड्रबैक रोचे आम सब करूँ सरकार चाहिए तो हेनी जे आम खाली ओडिया पढ़ा सब जिन ओडिया बही भी से मिलवा दरकार मातृभाषा आम पाठ पढ़ा दरकार ठीक अच्छे किंतु से टीचर से स्किल पर्सन स्किल जिन रहा दरकार से सब गुड़ाक ओवरकम होगा आमको समय लगे हाँ एबे तो ओडिया चलो हाँ लैंग्वेज प्रोब्लेम हो आम स्कूल क्या कहूँ आम स्कूल 50% छत्तीसगढ़ी पिला सब लरिया कहती आम स्कूल तो लरिया कहती से आम छत्तीसगढ़ एवं ओडिशा बॉर्डर सेपटे एपटे आसबे से मैक्सिममली लरिया कहे कि समस्त ओडिया बुझती समस्ते ओडिया बुझार किसी असुविधा नहीं सम्बलपुरी भाषा बुझार किसी असुविधा नहीं आप रायपुर पर्यटन जातु रायपुर पर्यटन जातु समस्ते ओडिया बुझीपारे लिखिपारे ना कि बुझीपारे ओडिया बुझती से ओडिया कीर्तन करती आम एपटे आसती ओडिया बुझती ओडियार पारायण करती छत्तीसगढ़ साइड लोक मैंने किंतु से सब रईटिंग सब देवनागरी लिखे देवनागरी लिखे किंतु कहला बेले ओडिया कहे मांकड़ माँ लिखे हिंदी में लिखे देवनागरी लिखे किंतु कहला बेले मांकड़ कहे है सब गुड़ाक प्रोब्लेम टी होली कौन ये सब गोटे रिजन थी ना एक्चुअली आम कल्चर एम कस्टम को देखा ये छत्तीसगढ़ एरिया आमर पार्टिकुलर वेस्टर्न ओडिशा एम समस्त गोटे कल्चर थे से जाति भी देखा आम विभिन्न प्रकार फंक्शन जो मानुचे सब सामान पाखापाखि सामान किंतु समय अनुक्रम से छत्तीसगढ़ मैंने ओडिशा आमको तो वी शुड यस बही अच्छी केते जन जानते हाँ ना कि गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव नहीं किंतु से सब जिन बर्तमान आम पाखे सफिशिएंट ना धीरे धीरे हम से हम एवं जो एनईपी करना समस्ते मदर लांगुएज पाठ पढ़े आमर ये अष्ट अनुसार मदर लांगुएज तो ओडिया नुह ना आम सम्बलपुरी मदर लांगुएज आम सम्बलपुरी कहीं पढ़ानी आम कहीं ओडिया पढ़ा आम गोटे झुरी कहीं कहबानी माछ कहीं कहवा ए डिफरेंस गुड़ाक अच्छी इट शुड बी सॉल्व आफ्टर सम टाइम्स if you give some times renovation will come then it will occurs we have to we are the futures we have to develop that things sir mane apan man ko pade yes 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 एथिपाई आम गोटे देयर वाज ए पॉइंट इन आवर डिस्कशन दैट इज बिहेवियर टीचर्स बिहेवियर should be integrated in such a way that no students in any caste any creed should feel that he will in caste in the say Christian say Muslim से सब गुणा के ST के SC ये गुणा फील न हवा कथा स्कूल भीतर we should create that type of environment this is the responsibility of the society responsibility of the government and the responsibility of the teachers से कौन सी कास्ट ये आम के फोकस करवा ना स्कूल मध्य कौन सी कास्ट को कौन सी रिलीजन को फोकस न करवा कथा से सब भर समता रक्षा करवा आम कर्तव्य आम भर ख्रीष्टान पिला पढ़ आम जो कह जीशु से सरस्वती पूजा को आसबे ना सरस्वती पूजा प्रसाद खाइबे नहीं सो से आसबे ना से संडे क्लास हम कौन क्लास हम से स्कूल को आसबे नहीं कि आम बाध्य भी करें बट आम जो बिहेवियर करवा हट करूँ या हट करनी वी शुड बैलेंस इट वी शुड इंटीग्रेटेड इट एवं स्कूल हूँ दैट प्लाटफॉर्म दैट डेवलप द पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट ऑफ द ऑल सोसाइटीज प्रत्येक सोसाइटी समस्त से डेवलपमेंट क्रिएट कर जब आम गोटे पिला भाविला ST SC पिला से मुस्किल हो जिते बेले आम ये ड्रामा रामराज्य तैयार कली सब पिला सप्तम षष्ठ पढ़ुले है वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग ड्रामा जिते बरगढ़ को नेलु सखीन मध्य सब पिला एमती देखुले से बड़ स्टेज के देखी नी ये बड़ टाउन से के देखी नी है हाफ पैंट गोटे पिंधि एमती देखुं मैडम थे से से पिला सब एमती देखुं देखुं किंतु दे वाल ट्रेन इन द डिफरेंट वे जो रामराज्य है प्ले हो गला से छोट छोट पिला रामराज्य करदे लोक मैंने एमती देखी बसले लोक मैंने देखिए ये पिला माने नाटक करुले मैंने आपण देखिए षष्ठ रामराज्य देखिए यूट्यूब अच्छी केवे मतलब भाई पारे गोटे षष्ठ सप्तम पिला ये गोटे प्रेजेंटेशन करें केवे मतलब कल्पना भी करें तार से देखिले मीडिया मैंने देखा लगे जदि से भितर जनरल पिला भी अच्छा से बेले ST पिला अच्छा SC पिला अच्छा से मैंने गोटे जगह रखिक खाती से एवं भी एवं जस्ट सोहलार एवं खमारी सार को कही आसतु आप सोहलार आम ड्रामा करूँ से पिला करते अवश्य से पिला +2 पढ़िले कि मैट्रिक पढ़ा +2 पढ़े बड़ बड़ हो गले मुझे सार को कल करती आसतु सार सोहलार आम ड्रामा करूँ आसतु देखा सार कहले मुझे कौन जी आपन को मुझे यूनिवर्सिटी डाकुचे आप आसवे गोटे इंटरएक्टिव सेसन अच्छी से जोगदेव गला थर आम ऑनलाइन करते ऑफलाइन करवा ठीक है सर मुझे जी निश्चित भाव जी आप डाकिले जी एंड आई विल शेयर माय नॉलेज विथ माय फ्यूचर्स एनी क्वेश्चन यस हाँ सर टी रड़ी कहे LPG गैस यस बस गत 2018 रे एक्चुअली आगर आमर फुएल आमर यूज होता आमर बर्तमान मध्य यूज होची फायरवुड काठ काटिक मुझे आगे मतलब कही आम स्कूल रे जंगल लगाई गोटे पाखापाखि 10 एकड़ जगार एवं से काठ गुड़ाक गछ गुड़िक ब्रांच बा डाल काटिक आमर फायरवुड व्यवहार करा हुए बेले बेले जंगल रू मध्य बीड्रे आणिक करने को पड़े दैट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट काम है जंगल विभाग कह काठ दरकार ये दरकार एप्लिकेशन देव सी हाँ कहले आसवे बहुत कथा है तेणुक आम भर जंगल सृष्टि कराई से बहुत किसी ओवरकम हो गवर्नमेंट हाँ क्वेश्चन कौन थी कि एलपीजी गैस 2018 रे एलपीजी गैस कनेक्शन गवर्नमेंट प्रोविजन देला कि 300 पिला रांधवा एलपीजी गैस जी कंज्यूम अच्छी जी सर गोटे एलपीजी गैस को बर्तमान प्राय 1050 टंका 1050 टंका हो गलानी गोटे एलपीजी गैस गोटे दिन रंधा हो पार नहीं है जदि आम 300 पिला जी फुएल खर्च आसूसी पाखापाखि मंथली हो 18,000 केते टंका 18,000 केते टंका जदि दिन को 1050 टंका आम एलपीजी गैस सारे ताले 30,000 टंका खर्च हम एलपीजी गैस ताले बाकी 12-13,000 टंका आसो कौटू तो दैट इज इम्बालांस बिटवीन द पीएमएस गिवन बाय द गवर्नमेंट एंड द मैनेजमेंट से भितर मध्य बहुत कथा अच्छी आम सब कहे गवर्नमेंट ये सब देला ये सब दूसरी ये सब जिन दूसरी ठीक कथा किंतु से भितर मध्य बहुत टेक्निकल जिनिस अच्छी से भितर पशिले आम जापर से भितर आम पशुचु आम देखुचु जानूचु मंथली आम बर्तमान डाली दौर सरकार 60 टंकार है 60 टंका डाली किणिकी आप पिला देवे किंतु डाली बजार रेट अच्छे 100 कोटी टंका 100 कोटी टंका 130 टंका राहड़ डाली किणुंट 100 कोटी 130 केमती मैनेज करेंगे सो देर आर सो मेनी कहली ना पोथी बैगण बाड़ी बैगण भितर बहुत तफात अच्छी आम जो प्रैक्टिकल स्टेज को आसवा प्रैक्टिकल स्टेज को आसूचे से भितर विभिन्न प्रकार ऑब्स्टेकल अच्छी एवं ताकू मध्य ओवरकम करके बर्तमान चलुची पिला खाऊना कि खाऊँ चलुची कि नहीं चलुची 100 कोटी टंका डाली दिया कि नहीं दिया किंतु केमती मैनेज करा काठ जलिब काठ ना रंधा हम केमती से जंगल विभाग मना करूँ से मना करूँ जे भी मना करूँ कि रंधा हम कि केमती रंधा हम दैट इज द मैनेजमेंट दैट इज द बिहेवियर सर आपण मैंने बहुत जल्दी टीचर हो टीचर होगापर से सब प्रोब्लेम भितर को आसवे और से सल्व देखिए कि आपण मान पूर्वपुरुष मैंने पूर्वपुरुष कहि जो मैंने आपंकर हेडमास्टर थे जो मैंने पूर्व टीचर थे से केमती सल्व कर सल्व आपने देखिपारे यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल रे हो बड़ बड़ अर्बान लेवल रे हो क्वालिटी एजुकेशन कथा कहवा बहुत सहज और ताकू प्रैक्टिकल रे मध्य आनिबा बहुत सहज किंतु आप जो रूट लेवल काम करेंगे रूट लेवल को जीवे गोटे स्कूल को जीवे से भितर थियोरी और प्रैक्टिकल भितर बहुत फरक जमी मुझे ये एजुकेशन कथा कहली आमर यूट्यूब एजुकेशन कथा कहली मुझे पिला डेभलप करने यूट्यूब तैयारी करी आरंभ करी कि देखिले से आम पिला भाग नहीं पारना गोटे गोटे कर फोन कर कहबार पाखापाखि 70% पिला मोबाइल किनीदे और समस्त पाखे एवेलेबल रहा से अटेंड भी करुले और 30% पिला अंधार रहिले किंतु ता द्वारा कौन है ऑल ओडिशार पाखापाखि 5,000-6,000 पिला समस्ते समस्ते से जोगदेले और तार फलस्वरूप आम प्रकाश जोशी सार से कौन कले नाई आम ऑल ओडिशा गोटे यूट्यूब चैनल करा जाऊ एवं ऑल ओडिशा पिला उपकृत हूँ से सब डिस्कसन होता मुझे डिस्कसन थी है जो डिस्कसन है मत भी डाकी मुझे जाइली केमती यूट्यूब क्लास करने को हुए केमती यूट्यूब लाइव सेशन करने को हुए मुझे डिस्कस करी एवं तापरे ओसेपारे यूट्यूब सेशन क्लास स्टार्ट है चली बर्तमान बर्तमान से क्वालिटी हो पारना बर्तमान तो ऑफलाइन क्लास हो गला ऑफलाइन क्लास है बर्तमान बंद पड़ी ऑनलाइन क्लास केते आवश्यक पड़ो जिते बेले ऑफलाइन बंद हो जाए आपण मैंने गत वर्ष आम ऑनलाइन करें जहाँ भी ऑनलाइन होता किंतु एत गोटे भाव आदान प्रदान ऑफलाइन जमी हम ऑनलाइन हो पार ना ये केवल पाठ नुहे ना ये किसी शेयरिंग अच्छी हाँ आम भितर सोशल इमोशनल ऑलराउंड डेवलपमेंट समस्त सब प्रकार शेयरिंग अच्छी ना से जिनसा ऑनलाइन हो पार यस सर ये आसतु ଏଠି ଆସନ୍ତୁ ଏଠି ଆପଣ ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ଶୁଣାଯିବ ତ ମୋ ପାଖରେ ରହିଲେ ଶୁଣାଯିବ ଏଠି ଆସନ୍ତୁ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ଏଠି କରି ଚଳିବ ଯେ
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your information and for your knowledge. I want to thank you from behalf of our education department to you to giving us such insights for our environment, for your school and your dramatic societies. I am impressed by your dramatic knowledge. By the way, I am artist, so I am very much impressed from your knowledge. And I have seen your dramas and all the names of dramas. And you have also told about the SC/ST development program, SSD program. So we have gotten knowledge from that. So thank you, sir, for your this kind of information. And I want to invite Sudama for vote of thanks. Thank you, sir. We are grateful to have you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, chairs, also giving my great opportunity. Thank you, chairs, my giving great opportunities to express myself, express my department, my schools in such a way, and also thankful to all my futures keeping patience and listening to me for a huge time. Thank you, all of you.
Very good afternoon to one and all present here. Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to all dignitaries assembled here. I, Sudama Seth, student of second semester, Department of Education. I, on behalf of the Department of Education, convey the regards and hearty thanks to our honorable and dynamic speaker, Mr. DAITARI BISWAL sir, TGT Mathematics, Government SSD High School, Norsingnath, Paikmal, Bargod. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and for being here with us today despite of your busy schedule. Your thought truly inspired us. Today we had the opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this is definitely encouraging us in our future event. I would also like to extend thankfulness to our esteemed coordinator, Dr. P.C. Tripathi sir, Department of Business Studies, Samarpur University, organizer, Professor Jugraj Khamari sir, Department of Education, Samarpur University, Seminar Secretary, Dr. Devashish Mahapatra sir, Associate Professor, Department of Education, Samarpur University, for their constant support and motivation. I am very much thankful to all our current and formal faculty colleagues and non-teaching staff members who always stand by us and motivate us. I feel proud and thankful for making this event a successful one. And finally, I would thank to all our teacher educators for their presence and active participation throughout the lecture series. That's all. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, come on, please. I request my colleagues, please come to site because YouTube leap class is here, and I think ଆସନ୍ତୁ ଆସନ୍ତୁ ଆମ ସମସ୍ତେ ଟିକେ ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଦେଖା ଦେଇଦେବା ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସମସ୍ତେ ଦେଖିବେ କେମିତି ଚାଲିଛି କ'ଣ ୟେସ୍ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସାର୍
ବିଲକୁଲ ବିଲକୁଲ ଆପଣ ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଆପଣ ଆଇଲେ
ଆପଣମାନେ ଏନ୍ତା ଡାକୁଥିବେ ଆସୁଥିବେ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ
ଆସ ତୁମେମାନେ କେତେ ଆସ ବାପରେ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ୍ ଦେଖିକି ତୁମେ ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବରେ ବାହାରିକି ଆସ ଆସ ତୁମେ ତିନିଟା ଆସିଛନ୍ତି
ଆପଣ ଆସନ୍ତୁ ନହେଲେ ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବ୍ ଆପଣ ପାଖକୁ ଯିବ ଆଉ
ଦେଖେ ଦେବା ଖୋଲିକି
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ କରିଦେଲେ ହେବ ଯେ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ କରିଦେବେ ଆପଣ ବସନ୍ତୁ ନହେଲେ ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବ୍ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ କରିଦେବା ବସିଥାନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବ୍ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ କରିଦେଉଛି
ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବ୍ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ କରିଦେ ଆମର ଆଶୁତୋଷ କରିଦେବା
ଏତେ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ କ୍ୟାମେରା କରିଦେଲେ ହେବ ତଳେ ତଳେ ନା ସେ ଥାଉ ବ୍ୟାକ୍
କ୍ୟାମେରା କରିଦେ
ବ୍ୟାକ୍ କ୍ୟାମେରା ସିଷ୍ଟମ୍ ଅଛି ଓକେ ନା 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 ହଁ 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 ହେଲା ଯେ ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ବୁଲେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ
ପାନୋରାମା କରିଦେବେ ଟିକେ ଆଉ
Thank you all of my future teachers, to my this series. I am proud of you. ସମସ୍ତେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବା କେମିତିକିରି ଦେଶର ଯେଉଁ ସବୁ ଡ୍ରବ୍ୟାକ୍ସ ଅଛି ତାକୁ କେମିତି ଓଭରକମ୍ କରିବା ଆପଣମାନେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମ ଗ୍ରୁପକୁ ଆସନ୍ତୁ ଆମ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲିକୁ ଆସନ୍ତୁ ଏବଂ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ମିଶିକି କେମିତି ଏ ଡ୍ରବ୍ୟାକ୍ ଯେଉଁ ଅଛି ଡ୍ରବ୍ୟାକ୍ କେମିତି ଓଭରକମ୍ କରିବା Thank you all of you. Thank you, sir.